Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, streaming worldwide on YouTube, Facebook, regionsports.com, and the IHSAA Champions Network. We come to you tonight from Viking Field as the Region Sports Network presents live coverage of Week 4 high school football as our 7th-ranked Michigan City Wolves take on the host, number 5, Valparaiso Vikings. I'm Andrew Mild, and now the play-by-play for tonight's action. And joining me with the color analysis is the coach, Doug Nelson. Good evening, Doug.
Andrew, always good to see you, and we got a beautiful night for DAC football. You couldn't ask for a better Friday night.
Well, some people were asking you going into this game if you had a favorite. And you said you looked at the stats, you looked at the film, and at the end of the day, you don't have a clear favorite. We're looking at a real slugfest between these two top 7 teams.
Yeah, you've got two teams that are as balanced as anybody in the conference, you know. Yeah, one comes in, Valpo comes in at number 14 in the coaches poll in the state. Michigan City comes in at 13. They're very even, a lot of firepower on both sides, and it comes down to details, and we were talking about that a little bit with field goals and taking care of the football.
Well, the Valparaiso Vikings coming off a win. They went to LaPorte. They opened up their conference play with a 28-0 defeat of LaPorte Slicers. Same thing for Michigan City. They went at home against the Chesterton Trojans. They blew them out 30-7, scoring 30 unanswered points. Both the teams not only are very good teams on paper, both coming in extremely hot.
Yeah, again, I thought we had the Valpo game last week, and I thought they looked very good. I was really impressed with Kellen Hosick. The senior quarterback throws a great ball. I mean, he makes good decisions, and he runs the ball when he has to, and he's got weapons around him. He's got Gage Finley. He's got, as you mentioned, the Gear freshman kid running back, and he's just got guys all around him. And the Vikings have guys on both sides of the football with Fedorchak on the other side with Needles, and they just got a bunch of playmakers.
Well, I'd have to say the same thing because I did the Michigan City game last week, and Michigan City, their biggest thing right now is they go off to really slow starts in the first quarter, but then they figured it out. Their defense really stepped up. They shut down virtually anything Chesterton wanted to do in the third quarter, and then their run game was extremely dynamic. It was a certainly fun game to watch. But, Doug, at the end of the day, though, this is a conference game. You're on the road, and this is a packed Vikings crowd. It's going to be a tough environment for the Wolves.
It's going to be a fun one, and it's what will get you ready for the postseason. I think we can all agree that Crown Point's got the Doolin team.
Yes.
They have the wrapped up. So at this point, coaching staffs are getting people ready for the postseason. Unfortunately, but these teams meet in the same sectional, so they're going to probably play each other again. So, it's going to be, it comes down to little things and start cleaning things up, start tying up loose ends.
Yeah, it's week 4. You got to clean it up. You can't make any of those mistakes on pre-snap penalties or those sort of things. But we're going to step aside, then we'll come back. It'll be me and Doug. We'll be breaking down the teams. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep, skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
See a cameraman?
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday Night Football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Welcome back to the Region Sports Network pregame show. Andrew Mild with Doug Nelson. Doug, the Valparaiso Vikings are taking the field right now with all the American flags. It's a veteran night here from Vikings Field. But you talked about the offense. Kellen Hosek's second year. He had a really good last year, but he adds an extra layer to the Vikings offense. We know them as a smash mouth type team, but he's got good accuracy. He's a pitcher, so he has a strong arm, but not only that, he can run the ball himself.
Yeah, he's run the ball 27 times for 103 yards, Andrew. And again, it's the decision making that he can, when to tuck it and get a few and live to see another day, and when to risk that. So with your fireworks going off, Andrew. Yeah, he's got weapons around him, as you mentioned. Gage Finley, James Parisi, he's got 17 catches on the year for 152 yards, and it's just the decision making that the line can give them some time to make those decisions.
That's the one thing I want to talk about with Michigan City. Last week we gave our Crowd Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game to Desmond Howard. That front seven for Michigan City, their D-line, their linebackers, even their secondary, were coming up and making plays on the run game. So for that, and the reason alone going up against Chesterton, it might come down to Kellen Hosek's right arm and delivering the big throws down the field, some throws that he missed last week against LaPorte.
Yeah, again, and LaPorte did a pretty good job once they settled down against Valpo and Hosek. But you got Julius Hurd. He leads the team at 3 sacks for Michigan City. So, they have a bunch of people that can rush Kellen a little bit.
Step aside for the national anthem. Football, the Star Spangled Banner, fireworks. It's Friday night in Northwest Indiana, Doug.
What else could you ask for? Need some hot dogs. You're all ready to go.
There you go. Break the grill out. So we're talking about the defense of Michigan City. I want to go to the offensive side of things. They have what we call the three-headed monster. They have 3 different running backs that add something different. For Thurman, who ran for 100 yards last week, he's more balanced. He has speed and power. Demarion Evans, he is a speedster. But then we have DeQuan Fields, who is, we call him the fridge, is either a short down back, a transfer from Portage. They combined for 175 rush yards last week against Chesterton. So Valpo's going to have to try and slow all 3 of those guys down.
Good luck with that. Coach Bernardi, Sam Bernardi's the defensive coordinator for Valpo, and been doing it a long time. But he's going to have his hands full here tonight. I'm sure they had a good week of prep, with some film and getting ready, maybe some tells and seeing what's going to happen. But as you mentioned, you can only plug the dam so many times, you know.
Well, not only do you have to worry about the run game, the helicopter flying overhead.
They dropping the game ball?
Maybe they're doing the coin toss from it. See who's getting the ball first here.
Zach, is there anything you didn't tell us about tonight? I mean, are we okay?
Valparaiso, go big or go home. It comes to their pregame show.
Second to none.
Nothing better than that.
How impressive, huh?
As the captains of each side walk to midfield for the opening coin toss.
Got a flyover? Is that a heading to the Midway Airport? But hey, we'll call it that.
Things you didn't expect to see in the pregame show today. We got a show before, and then this game itself is going to be a show. We're going to see some fireworks going on between the Vikings and the Wolves. Even last year, this game was extremely close. And you got to think for Michigan City going into this, they're sort of the overlooked child of the DAC. They still have a really good roster, but they don't have the history as such as a Valpo, Crown Point, or Maryville.
Yeah, you got to win the game. Right?
Yes.
You got to win that game to prove yourself. And they've been knocking on that door for the last few years. But, they're getting there, and they just got to do it when it matters,
But sounds like Valparaiso won the toss. They have deferred, and they will kick it off to the Michigan City Wolves. Doug, any final thoughts before we get 12 minutes put up on the board and we get this thing kicked off?
Yeah, real quick. I mentioned it last week. The last time Valpo started the year 0-2 was 2018, and we're going to semi-state. So they have to, there's a reason for the madness, and it makes sense down the road. And Coach Marshall's done nothing but win. And I don't expect anything less here for this year. 7
straight national championships, a state title. And the only reason why they started off 0-2 is their schedule was extremely tough. They opened up the year going up against Brother Rice, and Penn, of course, opened up the year. But they're 1-2, came off a 28-0 shutout of LaPorte. As this Friday night forecast is brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Tonight's forecast is 74 degrees, absolutely gorgeous. There's no clouds in the sky. There's a slight breeze. And you couldn't have asked for better conditions for a Week 4 matchup, especially in the Doing Athletic Conference. Ball is teed up and get ready to go. Trevor Fontner will kick it away for the Vikings. It's away. Short kick around the 20-yard line. Fielded by Thurman, the running back for Michigan City, and he gets slammed down almost immediately. Got maybe a few yards there, but the first drive of the game will start off, we'll say that's the 26-yard line.
Number 28, Brady Fincannon with the special teams tackle there. A little pooch kick there, Andrew.
Yes.
Keep it away from the playmakers, as we mentioned.
A lot of speed on this Michigan City team. The old saying is speed kills. And it certainly worked in their favor last week, both offensively and defensively. This offense is led by senior quarterback Trin Hart. Trying to have a bounce-back week, and he's going to hand it off to Fields. Fields gets through a tackle, and they get hit hard. The ball is on the ground, and they're going to say that the back was down before the ball came out.
Wow.
They're spotted just inside the 30.
Ben Fedorchak, we're going to say that name a lot tonight, but he laid the lumber on that play, Andrew.
Yeah, old-fashioned type linebacker, a captain for this team. Also has an offer to go to St. Mary of the Woods College. Sorry, getting some college interest.
Wow, that ball, that'd be an instant replay.
Challenge flag coming out.
Yes.
It was Evans on the carry. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Hart will keep it himself. He ran for 91 yards last week, and he will get close to the first down marker. Looks like he might be just short.
Look at number 44, Reese Baylog, the senior, in on that tackle. I wonder if they have a spy on him all night, right? They might have a backer be following Hart all evening because he is such a dual-threat guy.
Yeah, Trin Hart went 6 for 14 with 2 interceptions last week and a fumble, but he made it up for it with 11 carries and 91 yards. Hart fakes it, goes up the middle, and they did give him a first down before, and Hart will get about 3 yards there up to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, Fedorchak in on that tackle as well. Valpo's going to miss him next year when he graduates. He's everywhere. He's got a nose for the football.
They had 9 tackles last week, a fumble recovery against LaPorte, averaging 5.7 tackles a game.
He's everywhere.
Not afraid of contact either. Always appreciate that in a linebacker. Hart set up the pass. Going up the middle of the field, there's a man wide open, and a good adjustment. It's brought in by Meek Laurent. And that throw was on the money. He had plenty of real estate in front of him.
Andrew, if that ball was on the money, he was gone.
Yes.
There was no safety back there. There was nothing. There was nothing but green grass or turf. Maybe.
Completion gets him across the 50-yard line around the 43. Handoff up the middle. It's Thurman. Thurman spinning around, making a man miss. Lowers his head and falls forward. Gets it up to the 25-yard line, and some gash plays from Michigan City on the pass and through the run game.
And I guess you don't have to worry about the fast start, right? They're moving the ball pretty well.
That's the one thing about Michigan City. 2 weeks ago, they were down 24-0 after the first quarter against Lafayette Jeff. Put into the belly of another running back for Michigan City and instantly slammed down.
Looked like number 99, Ryan Cheek, 5'9" junior.
3 tackles last week against LaPorte for Ryan Cheek. Against a 3-headed monster for Michigan City in their backfield, but Right now, Thurman is staying back there. This is the handoff. And once again, it's Valparaiso plugging up the hole. There's nowhere to go for Nick Stewart.
Yeah, Reese Baylog there, number 44, did a good job of stringing that out a little bit. Kind of cutting the edge.
He's already made a couple of plays, Doug.
Yeah, he's all over the place, but he made him turn back to the middle.
3rd and 8 for Michigan City. Trin Hart finds the man, but it goes right through the hands. Meek Lawrence was wide open.
Just a little sprint route from the slot receiver. That's twice. That's a miscommunication, in the defensive secondary.
If Valparaiso's got to get that figured out.
Oh, man, was that beautiful.
Laurent twice now should have had a touchdown in this one drive. Ball thrown behind him where he had to fall down, and one knee automatically down in high school ball. And right through his hands, and he'll be thinking about that one.
Now, this is a long field goal attempt, Andrew.
Yeah, we're looking at about a 42-yard field goal here. Alvaro Serrano getting ready to kick this one for Michigan City.
He's short.
High kick, and Doug spot on with that analysis. It was short, landing on the eye in Vikings. Now we'll give Valparaiso the ball back, and their defense bending but not breaking on that first drive.
I was thinking the exact same thing. They got stops when they had to. They have some help from the Michigan City receiver hitting him, dropping that one right in his hands. You can't give possessions away like that in a close game.
Kellen Hosick coming out for the Valparaiso Vikings, a dynamic quarterback and also a captain. And then their backfield, Gage Finley, who replaced Thomas Berta. Berta, one of the best backs in the DAC. Big shoes to fill for Finley.
I think Finley's one of the best backs in the DAC. DAC is very back heavy, but his name belongs right up there.
Back in the football back now.
Should be on the 25, right? Why would it not be on the 25? Is there a rule that I don't know about, Andrew?
I'm not sure either.
Right? It was on the 25.
It wasn't a punt either, so it should have been a touchback. That's new for us. Hosick hands it off to Finley. Finley goes up the middle.
Gage Finley, the ball carrier for the Vikings.
Didn't get too far, maybe a yard or two.
Gibson.
2nd and 9. It's brought down by Zay Gibson, the captain for Michigan City. 8 tackles last week against Chesterton. You want to talk about an impressive linebacking core. Michigan City also has one just as good as Valparaiso's. So if you like old-fashioned, hard-nosed football from your linebackers, this is the game to watch on the Region Sports Network. Finley going to his right, and once again, Michigan City getting over there and holding Finley to a minimal game, and that's exactly what Michigan City did last week against Govia. Again, another impressive back in this DAC, as you mentioned, and he was a non-factor.
Yeah, when you've got the athletes, they can run sideline to sideline, but yeah, they're going to have to key. They're going to make Hosick beat him with his arm. That's what I think we're going to see tonight, and he'll do it. He threw the ball a lot first couple games.
Michigan City did allow a 35-yard touchdown pass for the only touchdown allowed last week against the Trojans. 3 receivers to the left of Hosick, 1 to the right. Hosick is going to throw here. He's got time, and it's a battle for the football, and it is incomplete. Try to go to Sam Vineyard, but Damone Thomas broke it up, and that will be 4th down, a 3 and out for Valparaiso.
That was a great break on the ball there by the Michigan City secondary. Nearly picked it off.
Two men back to return this for Michigan City, and it looks like they're going to have fantastic field position. And again, Michigan City should have scored on their first drive, but a couple of mistakes, and they got off to extremely slow starts in the first quarter.
You don't get those possessions back.
No.
You just don't when you have an even game like this.
Good punt. Lands around the 45, and a friendly Valparaiso roll.
It's a turf roll there.
Rolled up to exactly the 35-yard line. It's around midfield and rolled about 10 yards. And Michigan City will take over on the 35-yard line. Doug, you were talking about the miscommunication for Valparaiso defensively. obviously the defensive coordinator had to be pretty upset about seeing the slot receiver being so wide open.
Yeah, it was the same play twice in a row. Just a little streak pattern. He's wide open. And, again, that's something I'm sure Coach Bernardi worked on during while the offense was out on the field.
Trent Hart back out there. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Handoff. Stop and cutting. And once again, it's the Vikings swallowing them up.
Evans, the ball carrier, met in the backfield.
That looked like Ryan Cheek.
Cutting the tackle, number 99, Ryan Cheek.
It was Ryan Cheek. This D-line, mightily impressive after he allowed the one long run from Jeremy Thurman.
Again, Michigan City's got so many weapons. You got to kind of roll the dice a little bit, you know.
Hart is going to pass. He steps up, throw it to his right, and he's got a man open, trying to get around his defender. He breaks a tackle, spin move, upended, and lands at around the 45-yard line. That is going to move those chains, and that is a Four Seasons Mechanical first down.
I saw number 31, Aiden Needles, in on that tackle as well. But that's Needles is a name you're going to say a lot also, Andrew. I love how he flies around.
He had 9 tackles last week and 2 pass deflections.
Yeah.
He made it a long day for those LaPorte slicers.
Right, he was plugging the holes on the LaPorte running back Reed Raymond and made his evening pretty rough.
Let's talk about the hardest 91 yards I've ever seen in my life for Reed Raymond last week against Valparaiso.
Yeah, we were talking about ice baths and coolers and everything he's got to do.
It's a fake sweep. Hart goes up the middle. He gets 3 yards there, getting close to midfield as they spot the ball at the 48-yard line.
Brought down by a couple Vikings.
That was their favorite play last week, Michigan City, Doug. That fake jet sweep, sort of a read there for Trent Hart, and if he sees someone go that way, he'll take it right up the gut, and it worked a lot. Chesterton had no answers for it.
I think later on you're going to see probably a little RPO action.
And there's a sack! Instantaneously, a Viking was in the backfield, and it's Ryan Cheek again.
Yeah.
Talk about a name we've said a lot so far.
Yeah. Those are the guys I'm telling you, this is going to be an electric game. It's playmakers everywhere for both teams.
That makes it 3rd and 13 for Michigan City.
See if Hart can get some time here.
Fake the swing pass over to Zaire McKinney, and it was a low throw. McKinney couldn't bring it in, and the flag on the far side of the field. It was over by the far sideline. Be interested to see what this call is.
Personal foul.
Yeah, it was quick from that referee. Looks like he's about to give us the official call here.
It was a dead ball, so it was after the play.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense, 15-yard penalty.
And those are the plays, Andrew. That's discipline, whether it's your fault or not. You know, the second guy always gets caught. So,
and talking about getting that penalty at the worst time. It was after the play, it was 4th down. You already had the punt from 4th and 13. Now this backing up to 4th and 28. And you're going to give Valparaiso really good field position.
Yeah.
Their offense certainly trying to make adjustments on the sidelines after going 3 and out.
Nice punt.
Kick is away. A couple of Michigan City Wolves on the ground, and this is being returned by Parisi. Parisi stopped and then got tackled, lunging forward, and Valparaiso is going to start on the good side of the 50-yard line.
Yeah, number 4, Elijah Connolly, 5'11" senior on that special teams tackle. But yeah, this is the ebbs and flows of a game, right? It's a 32-minute game.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, we got
not 32 minutes, so 48 minutes. I'm thinking basketball already.
I didn't want to correct you.
It's Friday night. I'm not good on the math.
4:48 left in the first quarter. Valparaiso back out there. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the game, but they'll start in Michigan City territory. Hosick putting the man in motion. And it's a swing pass to Parisi. Parisi getting a block. Parisi runs into some walls, and he's close to that first down marker. Looks like they're going to move these chains, and they are.
I think they're taking, they see something where the Michigan City's really committed to that middle on the play action. They bid on that hard, and that swing pass was open.
That first down is brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville. your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialist. So the first down for Valparaiso comes on one play on their second drive. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And a flag flying out. And someone moved. False start, back up Valparaiso, 5 yards. What I notice out there, Doug, is that Mateo Machichi is out there, and he's usually used as a fullback right behind one of the tackles, and they try to run in that direction. They call this their power formation.
That's interesting from such a spread offense.
Yes. He's lined up around the left tackle.
I see it, okay. Like a tight end's position, almost.
Handoff. Finley is not going anywhere, but here comes a flag, and this is in the area of holding. Somewhere in the trenches. And if this is holding, Doug, this would be very frustrating for Valpo. You got your first down of the game, a false start, and if possible another 10 yards tacked on, and exactly what it was.
Yeah. You got to play through this, though.
Yes.
Both teams. You got to play through the drops. You got to play through the early errors. Like I said, it's a long night. You got to have a short memory.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. Even last week in week 3 between Michigan City, and they're going to decline it.
They're going to decline that.
That's certainly an interesting call. Still second and about 14, you would say. Maybe a yard gain after the false start. Don't see that all the time, but Coach French saying, I don't want the
they trust
tack
their
on
defense,
the 10 yards.
Yes.
And why not? They only allowed that one touchdown pass and then shut out Chesterton the rest of the night.
And their safeties are up. That's pretty close.
That was one thing I noticed. Going outside is Finley, and Finley's pushed out of bounds.
Gage Finley tries left side.
And that's the one thing about Michigan City is you said it spot on. They want to force you to pass the ball.
Yeah, and they
load it up.
They want you to force to pass it over you.
Yes.
Over them, sorry. They're going to challenge you.
But, and here's the thing, too, is that they have really good defensive linemen, too. So even if you can get a guy open downfield, you have enough time to set your feet and deliver a strong ball.
Yeah.
You're talking about Hurd and Howard that were all over the place. It was a long day for Hunter Boyd, the starter for the Trojans.
They're really spread out here, Andrew.
They're bringing the blitz, throw over the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. Tried to go to his man, Sam Vineyard, but it was thrown behind him, and it's 4th down. And Coach French, he declined the holding penalty, and then his defense allows maybe 2 more yards after that. It's 4th down and 2 sticks to go for the Vikings, and they're going to punt again.
Well, that's why he's down there and we're up here.
Exactly.
Right? He trusts your defense.
Yes.
I trust you guys. Let's go get a play.
And that's in the message to them, too.
Absolutely.
Like, hey, I trust you. I don't need those 10 yards. I know you guys can stop them in 2nd and 14.
Correct.
They have a cat and mouse game going on right now between these two teams. A lot of sloppy play. Long time to punt that ball away, end over end kick. And Michigan City is going to down it at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if you normally fair catch it at the 5-yard line, right? Usually there's a rule there. If it's stand on the 5-yard line or 10, and if it's over your head, let it go.
Especially with it being end over end and going in any direction.
Yeah.
But Trevor Fodner says, thank you very much. He had 2 kicks last week. That was inside the 20 against LaPorte. Michigan City helping him out. They're going to spot the ball at the 6-yard line, not the 5. And Michigan City setting up for their 3rd drive with 3:28 to go in the first quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Hart hands it off. Thurman picking and choosing, and he'll rumble up past the 10 around the 12-yard line. Call that a gain of 5.
Andrew, I feel a long, methodical drive coming. That's what I feel right here.
They're going to give Asbell the tackle there. Maybe we haven't said so far, but certainly the Valparaiso defensive linemen have created some plays early on. Some frustration as Trent Hart got sacked by Ryan Cheek, who's already induced about 3 or 4 TFLs.
Look at the size of the linemen for Michigan City. They had a lot of guys moving. There was some confusion there on the line.
Yeah, I've never seen two guards switch spots before, so a timeout was going to be called by Coach French and the Wolves. We'll take a 30-second break as you tune into the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling.
Welcome back, Michigan City back on the football. It is 2nd and 5. And
it's got a maybe equipment issue.
Zaire McKinney.
Mouth guard, maybe he doesn't have his mouthpiece in.
He's heading off the field.
Knee pads. Got to have your knees covered, I think.
The coach is immediately running over to McKinney. The 3-star wide receiver looking like he'll have to sit out this play. As Thurman runs in, he'll line up as a wideout for Trin Hart. And the flag flying out.
Too many guys.
Oh, and then Hart gets slammed down. I'm surprised we won't see anything there. Sloppy play early on between the Vikings and the Wolves, and a false start. Once again, another dead ball penalty. Valparaiso had one on themselves after they got a first down. And after Michigan City got 5 yards, they're giving the 5 yards right back.
Yeah. It's been the whole game, give and take. It's as soon as somebody cleans it up, they could distance themselves.
Oh, yes. Michigan City was certainly a second-half team. A fake. Hart going deep. He's got a man open, and it's past the reach of Lawrence. Oh, man.
That was some touch there. You got to drop that right in the peach bucket. But
there was two Wolves in the same area, which was certainly interesting.
That was it was almost like, again, that he was not covered.
And, Doug, if Trent Hart can make a deep ball completion, there's a good chance Michigan City scores.
Yeah.
Because the safeties for Valpa have been non-existent thus far.
Oh, they're playing a single safety right here.
It's 3rd and 10. Got one single safety for Valparaiso. Hart, he has to get rid of it, and he does.
That grounding?
Hart's pass falls incomplete.
I believe they're going to call that incomplete. He might have been outside the tackle box there, Doug.
That had just been. That was close, especially with him being so close to the end zone. That would have been interesting.
Trent Hart decided he was going to run, and every single Michigan City Wolves fan on the other side who are tuning in here to the Region Sports Network was holding their breath, yelling the same thing we were. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
Back deep to receive the punt, number 4, Chase Lovick. Along with number 18, Jimmy Parisi.
Lovick and Parisi back to return the punt as Michigan City has to kick from their own end zone.
Yeah, so there goes the idea of the long, methodical drive. It's going to roll.
Punt is away. Taking a big hop. Lovick will take it. Blocking for him is Parisi. Lovick going to his right. He's stopping, and two Wolves will corral him down at the 35-yard line. The best starting position for Valparaiso. Right now it just feels like a field position game.
Yeah, again, it's that chess match you're talking about, right?
But we saw it. There was a really nice play that Valparaiso executed using the play action, pinching in the linebackers and even the secondary. They didn't work themselves a first down, but they never went back to another play action play.
Right. Again, I still think they're trying to feel each other out right now.
This is a Valpo team that went to regionals 2 years in a row, got stopped by Maryville. Trying to get back to that same spot. Hosick, second-year starter for Valparaiso, looking to get going. He'll fake it. He's going over. He's got a man open in the middle of the field, and it's a first down. What a strike to 18, James Parisi. Again, the play action.
Yeah, I think Hosick kind of threw it off his back foot, too. Huh? I think he's got a rocket, as you mentioned. He's a pitcher as well for the baseball team.
The state champion baseball team.
I mentioned that last week. Congrats to Coach Evans on an amazing run. But, yeah, that was a strike right there.
Right to the numbers of Parisi. He had 5 catches for 23 yards last week. Got a lot of yards there. That puts them to the 11-yard line of Michigan City.
You talk about how that play action just softens up the middle, you know.
And that was the thing Chesterton never really got back to last week. Valparaiso, they're now going to find any way to use that play action. Receiver in motion. Hosick faking the pitch, trying to go up the middle, and it's a big man bringing him down from Michigan City.
They got a lot of muscle in the middle there. That was number 55 for Michigan City in on that. There was a lot of guys around it. But
Desmond Howard. They're going to say Field got the tackle there.
DQ Field. Portage transfer.
Ran for 200 yards for them in one game against, I believe it was Morton. But Valparaiso on the 9 as an option play. Hosick taking it himself again, and a very minimal gain for Hosick, making it 3rd and about 5. Doug, this is certainly a time where if you're Valparaiso, you got to run your best 3rd down play here and see if you can find your way into the end zone.
Well, this is, and you talk about that's the red zone. It's kind of, some people say it's the hardest place to score.
It is.
You know, it shrinks the field, and as athletic as Michigan City is, they really they clog the middle and challenge you on the outside. So
when it gets to the outside, that's when the speed comes in.
Right.
And Michigan City has a lot of speed to spare. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hosick. 3rd down play. Looking to his left, and it's batted up into the air, and it falls incomplete.
You could see that coming, Andrew. I noticed that the receiver, the secondary kind of set back, almost to make him look open. He tried to bait him to make that throw, and he had it. He was gone.
That looked like that was Damone Thomas. Came crashing in, his hands on the ball, and it escaped him. This will lead to a field goal attempt.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm telling you, I saw him. He kind of baited him to throw that. He really did.
Trevor Fauner comes in for the field goal.
Trevor Fauner for the field goal attempt. 15-yarder here. And he is blocked. The ball is on the ground, recovered by City. And then that player gets brought down. But Michigan City stands tall and proud, and they deter a Valparaiso field goal attempt.
It's a standstill. We got 2 quality teams here, man.
That's exactly as we said in the pregame show.
Details. The game is in the details.
We were talking about Michigan City and their explosive offense, their good, hard-nosed defense. Forgot about that 3rd layer, which is the special teams, and even their special teams was making plays last week. Hart hands it off. Thurman being swung around. He'll get maybe a yard there. And that's looking like it's going to be the final play of the first quarter.
A lot of action with no score. Right?
Yeah, if you like a good defensive standstill, this is your game.
Yeah, and there's a lot happening.
That's the end of the first quarter. We'll be back for the second quarter as you're tuning into the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step toward your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright the right way to buy and sell real estate.
Visit RegionSports.com, Facebook / Region Sports Nation, Instagram, and Region Sports Network YouTube for this week's Home Improvement Top 10 presented by, and again, Berg Exteriors. You can find them on the web at ebergexteriors.com. Andrew Mild with Doug Nelson, and you have 2 top 10 Edinburgh Exteriors teams, Doug, and certainly looking like it after that first quarter.
Yeah, again, I think it's 2 heavyweights kind of filling each other out. I think we have a lot yet to come.
Michigan City coming in at number 7, Valparaiso, and number 5. It's a fake throw down the field. A nice adjustment by McKinney.
What a nice little back shoulder throw right there, wasn't that? What a laser.
That was the best pass we have seen from Trin Hart. And going back to his reliable 3-star wide receiver, Zaire McKinney, who's committed to Northern Illinois.
Going a little up-tempo, Andrew.
Get right back on the football, as Doug said. Michigan City just outside the 40. Thurman getting the ball, going to his left, trying to stretch it out. And the Valparaiso D-line continues to wreak havoc. It's Ryan Cheek again.
Yeah, he's all over.
If Valparaiso wins this game, he might be your Crown Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game.
Well, we talked about the Michigan City defensive speed, but Valpo's got it too. They'll string you out sideline to sideline, and then if you bring it in the middle, Fedorchuk's are there to lay the lumber. So I think both teams got top-notch defenses here.
An incredibly strong defense we've seen thus far from both sides, but Valparaiso's D-line certainly not making life easy for Michigan City. High throw, and McKinney bringing it down. Are we sure there's not stickies on his hands right now?
I think he landed on the football.
Yeah.
He might have knocked the wind out of him, but how do you guard that?
You don't. That's the answer. You just don't.
He is 6'4", 205 with a wingspan like that. How do you defend that?
And he's big and he's fast.
With hands.
He runs like a gazelle.
He caught that up here. What a play.
Northern Illinois is be pretty excited about getting Zaire McKinney pretty soon. Handoff. Going to the right is the Michigan City running back, and the carve out to the 39.
Ty Lamb, number 11, in that tackle. You got to love how – I like the gang tackle of Valpo.
Yes.
They swarm to the football.
By number 11, Sam Thorgren.
Demarion Evans got the carry there. Evans in the backfield, still with Trin Hart. Trin Hart made 2 completions to Zaire McKinney. A couple of guys in the backfield. Hart handed off, and nowhere to go for Evans.
Big stop there by the Valpo D. Looks like number 44, Andrew, on the bottom of that pile.
Reese Ballon.
Again.
Yeah, that's a name been all over the place. 6 tackles last week against LaPorte. Even racked up a sack for Valparaiso.
Check out the line, size of the line for for Michigan City. Number 71, 6'3", 315.
Well, even their left tackle, Jeremiah Jones, also has some D1 offers as a junior. Hart has time to throw, going into scramble mode, going to his left, looking for somewhere to go. He's looking downfield, and he'll just run himself out of bounds. And that 3rd and 5, they lost some yards on that play, maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, you need to throw that off the light pole over there. But they also, for Michigan City, number 77, Ralph Smith, 6 foot 335.
They got some big hosses up front, as some would say.
That's some holes you can make there with that size.
Jeremiah Jones has offers from Miami of Ohio, Toledo, and Western Michigan. He's a junior.
Yeah. You can't teach size.
No. Maybe the best Twitter handle I've ever seen, Too Tall J.
There you go. Oh, boy. That's going to get a roll, maybe?
It lands at around the 24-yard line, and it is indeed rolling inside the 15 to about the 13. That's where they'll stop it. And if you see Valpo, they had some really good field position to start with the last couple of drives. This is the farthest they've started from thus far in this game. They have to try and go 87 yards to find that first score of the contest.
Yeah, again, two defenses really doing great and making it hard for the offensive line and for the quarterback. They're bringing pressure from the inside and outside and challenging receivers.
The Michigan City's offense really stalled out after Zion McKinney went out after landing on the football.
How good is McKinney? That's the first time I've seen him, Andrew.
And they'll find creative ways to get him the football.
I would.
We'll see later on. It's a fake. Hosick, nowhere to go. He's going to take it himself. Another life. Good block by Finley down the field. And Hosick will get the first down. And another good block we saw over here. The offense looking very physical for Valparaiso.
Well, we talked about the decision making. I don't think that was a set-up run play.
No.
I think the clock was going off in his head, and he said, I got to go.
And that's the one thing about Bill Marshall since he's taking over in Valparaiso. All layers. Physical, hard-nosed football. And we saw it there with the blocking.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to go find someone to hit. Anyone in the white hats. That's a 14 mechanical first down.
When you can get that blocking downfield without holding, that's in good shape.
We got Valparaiso to the 36. A jet touch pass to Parisi, and Parisi gets hit hard. Oh, big man, Silas Bradford hit him from the side, pushing him out of bounds. Now we'll give Valparaiso 2.5 yards there.
Yeah, he was in bounds. That was a good hit.
Bradford said, you guys want to talk about physical? Check this out.
Yeah, play through the whistle, right?
Yes. Bradford only had one tackle last week, the 5'11 senior, and he gets a tackle there. Valparaiso slowing down the game here. We have 8:51 to go in the second quarter. No score thus far at the Region Sports Network. Angel Mild, Doug Nelson from Vikings Field. Valparaiso, Indiana. Two DAC teams coming in at 1-0. High snap. Hosick faking the throw as he hands it off up the middle to Finley. Finley will push his way up to the 41-yard line.
You always wonder if that high snap, how much of that did it mess up the timing of that play? Especially a draw play like that.
This is really the first time we've said anything about the snaps from senior Jack Lape.
Yeah, you always see, even at other levels, you see a high snap with a draw play. It just seems like it's one of those things.
Trying to throw a towel out of bounds. It's going to make it 3rd and 5 for Valparaiso. Last time they started around the 30-yard line, had a big play. Hosick keeping it himself, and there is a pack of Wolves. A flag flying in from the far side of the field.
Hosick on the keeper. We do have a flag on the play.
And this will be certainly an interesting call. It's against Michigan City. It'll be a first down for Valparaiso, and they move those chains again. If it's on Valparaiso, French might decline it and force them to punt.
Yeah, it's a holding call.
A lot of those thus far.
Yeah. That's one of those you've talked about it. You could call that every play, couldn't you?
That's true.
You probably
That's
could.
very true. Usually we think about Valparaiso football. You think about how disciplined they are, and about the details. And you said in the pregame show, it's all about the details playing a game like this. One mistake might cost you the game, and right now it's looking like there's plenty of mistakes. It might be the first team to capitalize on those mistakes that gets the win today.
Yeah, I was just going to say, whoever takes full advantage of that, just one time, to start the momentum. Here's one of those things we talked about. We thought this was going to be a shootout, right? I mean,
yes.
It's 0-0.
No score with about 7:50 to go in the second quarter. Man in motion for Valparaiso. Hosick going to throw. Pressure coming in. He's going over the middle of the field. It's underthrown. But caught! Completed to Chase Loving.
The two defensive backs of Michigan City ran into each other.
Yeah, it looked like that ball was going to be underthrown. It might have been intercepted, but they overplayed the ball. But right over their heads, and wide open was Loving. And Loving had a touchdown, but he tripped over his own feet.
Somebody's got to take the ball and somebody take the man. You got to communicate there.
They both wanted the ball.
Yeah. Well, they got a flag. Is that a sideline warning?
Certainly looking like it. There it is.
Got to move those chains. You got to have room over there.
Another Four Seasons Mechanical first down brought to you by our friends at Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville. Lovig with the biggest play thus far for Valparaiso offensively. Hosick throwing it again. Going over the middle of the field, and it's overshot for his intended receiver in the slot.
It's interesting to me, Andrew, how one play sets up the next.
Yes.
Because the Michigan City safeties are up 2, thinking they're going to run the football. So now they're just stretching out the secondary a little bit. Now they'll go back to throwing or running the ball up the middle. They're just backing up that safety a little bit.
Try to see if they can get their track runner, Gage Finley, going. He's gotten a good amount of carries, but really hasn't gone too far.
We saw him as a sophomore, and I mentioned it last week. I was very high on him, even when they had a loaded backfield.
Finley getting the ball, going to his left. He's got a sideline. One man to beat, and he'll go out of bounds.
And that's why, Andrew. I think he's a game player. He can cut and change directions quickly.
Do I see a flag over there by the 35-yard line?
Wow.
Yeah, Finley went to his left, gained 15 yards. Would have set Valparaiso up inside the 20.
There is no foul on the play. First down ball.
And they're going to pick up the flag. Long run. Valparaiso going to get the spot that they much so desired. They know all their hearts sank after they saw the flag back by the 35.
That's one of those. I think it had whatever it was, it had nothing to do with the play. You know, maybe our white hat, Mr. Larry Babcock, one of the good ones around here, said, "Hey, let's pick this one up, or we're going to get chased out of Valpo."
Valparaiso up to the Michigan City 12 with that long run from Finley. Hosek with a QB keeper, and not much there for him. Closed that pretty quickly. Maybe a yard or 2 there.
Yeah, again, you're in that red zone. It's challenge to score.
And this is where their last drive stalled out. They got inside that red zone. Michigan City got some key stops and then blocked the field goal. And that's why this game is still scoreless. Halfway through the second quarter. 3 receivers will line up to the right of Hosek. 1 to the left. It's Sam Bernard on the left. He's been Hosek's favorite intended receiver thus far. It's a fake, and Hosek will take off again. And there's a pack of wolves that send him back.
They're stripping for the ball.
There was a fake to Finley. Hosek looked to his right. As we saw, Michigan City plays the screen extremely well. They almost had themselves a pick 6 on a screen ran earlier. Hosek took off. Got maybe a yard or 2 to make it 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
That was the same setup, and I was looking, and I'm trying to see the young man's number. Number 19 for Michigan City. He's that safety, Isaiah Smoot. Okay, and he's making it, he was kind of baiting him again, trying to get him to throw that same ball.
Parisi going in motion. They're going to get it out to Parisi. Parisi's getting a block, and Parisi will go to the end zone. Touchdown, Valparaiso.
Yeah, Michigan City was in man coverage. His little drag route to the right side, and the defender couldn't keep up with Smoot.
There's that play action again, too.
Yeah. That man coverage, he was trailing, the defender was trailing the whole time. He might have thought he had some help coming from the right-hand side.
Parisi, a player that worked up the depth chart a year ago, receives the pass and gets our first points up on the board in this DAC contest. Hosek gets his first touchdown pass of the year, too. The extra point, right down the middle.
Got a leg on him.
7-0 Valparaiso. After connection from Hosek to Parisi. We'll step aside as we get ready for the Quintel kickoff. It's Vikings 7, Michigan City nothing.
Michigan City Wolves 0.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
This is a Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. Another pooch kick, takes a hop. Thurman fielding it again, and he is hit hard by Eli McGee. Safety for Valparaiso, laying down the wood in the special teams. And after Valparaiso scored their first touchdown, Doug, you have to feel some urgency from Michigan City.
A little bit. I think they have a lot of weapons, and I think they can score quickly. You know, that's what they've proven so far. But, you know, the Valpo defense has showed themselves to be pretty stout here tonight. But I don't think there's much concern as of yet.
We'll see if Michigan City goes back to Zaire McKinney, who made two fantastic grabs in their last drive. After he landed on the football, he went out, never really saw him again. That's when the offense stalled out. Hart with the fake sweep, goes up the gut, and he'll move it up to the 34-yard line. 4-yard gain, and there is a Michigan City Wolf lineman down on the ground. That's not good. We were just talking about how good the line has been for Michigan City at times, and now they're possibly going to be losing one here.
Appears to be number 60.
Edgar Sotelo Garcia. And as Michigan City tends to their fallen right tackle, we will step aside here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When it comes to your money, you deserve more than just numbers on a page. You deserve someone who sees the full picture. Meet Mark Machnick, one of Northwest Indiana's most trusted accounting professionals. Whether you're running a business, planning for retirement, or just trying to make sense of tax season, Mark Machnick, located in Highland, makes it simple, personal, and believe it or not, painless. Contact Mark and his team today at 219-595-5290. Mark Machnick, CPA.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Welcome back to the Region Sports Network as Edgar Sotelo Garcia is headed off the field, being helped out by one of his teammates to the sidelines. So we'll see a substitution on the line for Michigan City. Looks like Desmond Howard is going to line up as the right guard now. 7-0 Valparaiso. 5:02 to go in the first half. Andrew Mild and Doug Nelson. Zach Zanelli producing. Always forget to mention Zach.
Can't forget him.
He's the hardest worker here. Quick pass over, and McKinney drops it.
That's like 3 drops so far, Andrew.
The sure-handed receiver, Zaire McKinney.
Looking up the field a little too quick.
And he has some blocks. That could have been a first down, but instead it's going to make it 3rd and 6 for Michigan City. And Doug, I know I don't have the stat in front of me, but I don't think Michigan City's converted a 3rd down play thus far.
Right, and they need a play just for the momentum's sake. They don't want to give Valpo the ball back already with time to score.
2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Hart dropping back, setting up shop. It's a duck of a ball flying over the head of a wide open receiver.
Yeah, he kind of launched that. That ball kind of sailed. When you're throwing this side, you're not really squared up. He was kind of the ball side was kind of trailing a little bit.
That was DeAndre Collier, and Collier was pretty visibly frustrated as he clapped his hands together. He was wide open. He ran a perfect curl route.
Yeah, he would have had enough for a first down as well.
Make a man miss. Who knows after that? And once again, Michigan City shooting themselves in the foot offensively. 4:54. Clock stops after an incomplete pass. Valparaiso, who just scored in their last drive, is going to get the ball back here. That was a roller of a snap. The punter gets it away. It was a line drive. Parisi, big hit right there. And Parisi, because of that block, gets to the 50.
Line drive kick like that is dangerous.
Especially with those two explosive playmakers they have.
Yes.
That Eli McGee with another big hit. That was a pancake block if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, that'll get some attention tomorrow morning at video.
You want to get the film room hyped up?
That'll show
that block.
You know it. That'll make the highlight reel.
Put on the huddle account?
Yep. Put that on his recruiting tape, right?
Oh, yeah. Starting from midfield is Valparaiso. Hosick hands it off. Finley picking his way through, and there's a pack of Wolves coming in to send it back. The first one there was Zay Gibson.
Andrew, when he started broke that first tackle, I thought there was room, and the Michigan City defense really swarmed to the football there. I thought he was going to break it outside.
Isaiah Smoot has to head off the field. He lost his helmet. So for the time being, there will be a substitute at safety for Michigan City. Valparaiso taking their time. They got 1 yard on that play. 2nd and 9 from the Michigan City 49-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Parisi in motion, going to his right. And there is a whistle. This near sideline in front of the Valpo bench, and false start.
Look at that left tackle.
How many is that now for Valparaiso?
5-yard penalty.
I'll back him up to make it 2nd and 14. These referees have certainly been busy.
I saw it happen, and I kind of wondered if because it was pretty close.
Right.
I don't know if you saw that. That was number 79. It was pretty quick, but pretty bang, and I wonder if he was going to call it, and he did.
Back him up 5 yards, make it 2nd and 14. Finley going to his left, and they're going to go to Finley, and Finley!
You see that one coming.
Getting smacked. They tried to just swing it over to him. And coming in from his safety spot was Tony Fields.
Fields kind of
brought down by Field.
And Fields is that unsung hero. He has made plays time and time again. He's a safety that loves to stop the run game.
That was, again, they might have confused him. They might have thought that Michigan City was in a man and Fields wouldn't be there, but that was a great read and a great tackle.
3rd and 17. Valparaiso lost 3 yards. Here comes the blitz. It's a screen and a flag coming out again.
Andrew, that might be a legal man downfield.
Is complete to number 1,
yeah.
Finley.
That line was a little too far ahead.
Yeah, lineman getting down the field.
Yeah.
By the time the ball got caught,
right,
the referee had no choice.
He had to. It was like the line did too good of a job.
Referees having a discussion about it. They looked over to the far sideline and asked Coach French if he wants to accept this or decline it. You might be inclined to accept it here and force Valparaiso to kick it a little bit farther.
Yeah, if you accept it, that might be a loss of down. Legal man downfield, I believe is a loss of down.
I don't think it is.
5-yard penalty. Remains third down.
Oh, okay, my bad.
5-yard penalty.
So they'll back him up even more. You're going to see some kind of a play like that, either the screen again or like a draw play.
Yes.
I think if you're Valpo, you really don't want to gamble here.
Well, Valpo does like to run that counter draw play where Hosick starts in one direction, then hands it off, and then Finley goes the opposite way. That'd be a good time to do it.
Well, Finley's not in the backfield. That's Gear in the backfield.
Cooper Gear, the freshman. Comes the blitz again, and they're trying to get to Gear, who's on the wheel route, and the throw was behind him, falling down, and it's 4th down. And that's why you accept those 5 yards.
Right. If you're Gear, you got to turn your head, look for the football. Yes. He had some room, I believe.
And it didn't look like anyone was covering him.
No, he had some room. He's pretty quick.
As we see in Michigan City's really pinned their ears back and attacked and sending the blitz on 3rd and forever. Valparaiso tried to take advantage of that twice, and they couldn't. Legal man downfield, and Gear not turning around to get the football. Valparaiso almost got that blocked. Thomas will reel it in and sprint ahead and They're going to mark him out at the 45-yard line.
Tell you, Andrew, we got guys flying around.
Yes. It's certainly been a fun game to watch. Been a defensive standstill for most of the time. But Michigan City, possibly their last drive of the first half, has an opportunity to tie the game, send it into the halftime locker room. Valparaiso won the coin toss, and they deferred to the second half. So they'll get the ball first.
It's even more important for Michigan City to get some points on the board here.
Well, the one thing I wrote down about this game, about Trenton Hart, he needs to play cleaner. He had 3 turnovers last week as he fumbled a handoff. He had 2 interceptions, one by the goal line. And thus far, he's made some good throws and then not some good ones. He's going to take a shot downfield and making the adjustment. That looks like McKinney again. And it is McKinney.
He's just too good to not give him targets. You got to give him chances, and he's 6'5", just throw it up there.
Especially if it's man-on-man coverage.
Yeah, single coverage back there.
Yeah, I'm going to throw it to you. You make the play.
Yeah, on a safety.
They got Michigan City up to the 16-yard line. Thurman trying to bounce it outside, and there's 2 Vikings to clean up the mess. And it looked like Ryan Cheek was the first one back there and disrupted the play. Did see Cameron Asbell on that play. And that will back up Michigan City about 1.5 yards.
Second down and 12 for the Wolves.
Second and 12. Under 2 minutes, 1:45. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hart faking it, rolling out to his right, looking for a man. He's going to do Collier. Collier couldn't get to the football, but Doug is spot on.
Pass interference.
Sideline judge throwing that flag, and it is a pass interference. Question, was he in the end zone when that PI occurred?
I think it was right short of it.
The flag ended up in the end zone. We'll see if they adjust it. Collier was frustrated earlier. He was wide open on a curl route. Hart missed him. That time he put it in a spot where only Collier could get to it, and it led to a pass interference from Aiden Needles.
It was almost like another back shoulder throw, right? Where only his guy can get it, like you said.
Defense. Penalties are forced. Half the distance to the goal. Second down.
Yeah, it's not an automatic first down. I learned that the hard way, running the scoreboard at our high school game.
Yeah, I was interested to see why that hadn't changed to a 1. 4 receivers stacked up to the right, and they're going to hand it off. McKinney with a stiff arm. McKinney stopping, going out, and right there once again is Fedorchak. Haven't said his name in a long time, but Benjamin Fedorchak pumped up to stop Zaire McKinney, and Michigan City is going to burn a timeout with 1:24. It's 3rd and 3. We'll stay right here, and me and Doug will sort of discuss what we think is going to happen here. Doug, Michigan City had their biggest play. Pass to Zaire McKinney. They're trying to get McKinney into the end zone there, but once again, it's the linebacking core for Valparaiso making the play. If you're Coach French, what type of play do you think you're going to here?
You've got, what we say earlier, 3:15 and 3:35 on the offensive line, Andrew. I'm going to put both guys on one side of the ball, and I'm going to say, get me like 2 yards, right? Yes. And even if it's just a keeper right or keeper left, follow those 2 guys. You would hope that those 2 300-pounders can get you some space.
Because right now you're just aiming to get to the 6-yard line. You don't need to score here.
Yeah, and you need to go north-south. I know McKinney is a playmaker, but he needs to step up and get north-south quickly.
You got to think this is also 4-down territory if Michigan City doesn't get it here. Scans are rumbling in front of us. It's a fake throw.
Wow.
And it wide open. Zaire McKinney, he will score the touchdown. And Michigan City has an opportunity to tie the game. They might go for 2 here. No, the kicker's out on the field.
Oh, he is. Okay.
When in doubt, go to your best man. Play action. McKinney left unattended. Throw right to the numbers. McKinney, who set up this touchdown, scores the touchdown. And the extra point is good. We are tied. For Zaire McKinney, that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the year. We'll step aside and come back. 1:19 left to go in the second quarter. Wolves 7, Vikings 7. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantail.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
This is a Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. Short kick. Is that for Dorchak returning it? It's for Dorchak returning it. And look at him go. Runs it up to the 49-yard line on Valparaiso's side. We talked about him smacking ball carriers, but he looked pretty impressive as a ball carrier himself.
He's doing it all. He probably set off the fireworks over there pregame. He does a little bit of everything.
The senior Ben Fedorchak with an incredible return up to the 49. Valparaiso has all three timeouts. Minute 13, Michigan City just responded, scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they let Kellen Hosek lead his team down the field, possibly walk away with 3 points. Hosek delivering a strike and another hit.
Nice hit.
They found Chase Lovig and Elijah Conley.
Another senior. That's one thing I mentioned too, and they're very senior heavy,
yes.
Michigan City.
We've seen some massive hits in this game. This is a physical contest. Hosek looking to his left, he goes in that direction, and it is incomplete as Bernard couldn't bring that one in. Second down and 10, the clock stops at 42.6 seconds left.
It's about 33. You got to get that first down first. You got all your timeouts like you mentioned.
Ball is on the Michigan City 44. Michigan City only has one timeout left. So even if they get the ball back, they'd have to try and go down the field with just the one timeout. Receiver in motion. Hosek looking to his left, throwing off his back foot, tipped. Batted into the air, and it falls incomplete. Desmond Howard gets his big paw on the football.
Fourth down, big play. Here, what do you punt it? Or do you go?
Yeah, this could be a Four Seasons Mechanical 4-down territory here, Doug. And I don't see the punter for Valparaiso.
If you're Valpo, you got your timeouts. Take a timeout and talk it over. Think about it. Unless you got a play ready.
16 seconds left on the play clock, and this is 4-down territory here. Three receivers to the right, one to the left. They snap the ball. Hosek stepping up. Hosek runs it to his own lineman, going to his left. He stops, stutters, and he falls forward. A flag flying in. That looked like a block in the back. If it is, that'd be on Bernard.
It'd be interesting to see if they give him that first down on the mark. He is close.
I don't think they gave it to him.
I'm saying if they didn't get it, then you can decline it, and it's Michigan City football, right?
I think he needed to get to the 41, and I think they stopped him at the 42.
So we'll see what they. That's what Coach French is trying to find out. Is it a first down or not?
You don't want to accept it if you're going to get the ball back.
Yeah.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay fourth down.
They must have told them that was going to be a first down.
And they called it a holding instead of a block in the back.
Oh, they are going to punt.
And this time, Valparaiso, with it being 4th and 13, will kick it away.
Number 97, Trevor Fonder, back deep to punt for the Vikings.
Bernard trots out into the field. Hosick out after he would have had a first down, but Bernard got called for a holding foul. 32 seconds left, and it almost got blocked. Ball in the air. Thomas fields it. Thomas gets tackled over by the sideline.
That's a gutsy catch. Let that one go out of bounds and take a knee and get to the locker room, right? I know you're trying to make something happen, but not much room to work with as the Michigan City punt returner there.
Valparaiso having all 3 timeouts. Might force Michigan City to play this out.
Yeah, you're right.
See if they can force a Michigan City mistake, a turnover here.
Yeah,
maybe never knows what can happen.
Maybe force a punt and send the house, right? Get a block.
Michigan City starts at the 16. That's where they mark the football. 3 receivers to the left. Hart dropping back. Michigan City looking to be aggressive. Hart letting it go downfield. And it is incomplete.
Gage Finley on the defensive block there. I think he might not have deflected the ball, but I think he might have gotten the vision of the Michigan City receiver.
Gage Finley, the running back, who is on the 2 deep as a defensive back on the play, because that was intended for DeAndre Collier. 18 seconds on the clock now.
You want your best players on the field, as you mentioned.
Making a man miss. Going to his right. Looking downfield. Loft it for Collier again.
He's holding him.
Going about 3 yards too deep. And Collier, he is begging and pleading for a holding call, and the referee not going to hear it. He has the opposite way.
Yeah, Finley's holding him up the sideline.
It looks like maybe Finley and Collier are jawing a little bit. Collier is heading back to the line of scrimmage. 9.7 seconds. And because of 2 incompletions, Valparaiso does have all 3 timeouts. If Michigan City elects to run the ball, they could burn that timeout and force Michigan City to punt it.
I cannot believe they're not running. Here we go.
There's some dirty laundry.
False start.
Way too many of these for this being a week 4 matchup.
They're making this way too hard on themselves. Run the football. They have to run the football here, Andrew. They're giving Valparaiso time on the clock.
Well, there's a few times where I'm surprised that Trent Hart didn't try to just take off there, and even he gets tackled,
right?
Maybe gets 2 or 3 yards,
and you eat up a Valpo timeout.
Exactly. Instead, Coach Bill Marshall on the green sideline has been pretty ecstatic what he's seen the last 2 plays.
Yeah, he's backing up his secondary.
Looks like he got some outfielders.
There's the draw. Here we go.
It's a handoff, and that was a long run. And Valparaiso not going to use one of those timeouts. They're going to let the clock run out and let the first half end. Here we go. It was a heavyweight bout, middle of the ring. Both teams landing some blows. We saw some mistakes, but some high emotions to close out this first half. Anything can happen in the second half. We'll step aside and we'll come back for the Region Sports Network halftime show. As me and Doug will break down the first half, get you ready for the second half. This is the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig, and talking about all things IHSAA related. Paul, thanks for being with me. You and your colleagues are very busy. It's that time of year where you're annually in the fall on the road talking with athletic directors and finding out what's going on with the membership. How has that project gone so far?
It's gone great. It's really good for us to get out of the office and go to where our schools are at. We were in Plymouth, Indiana, and met with probably about 75 school principals and athletic directors, and had about another 75 at our meeting in Lowell, Indiana. And we kind of go over what's gone on within the association over the past year, and we really talk about everything from student leadership. A lot of our principals bring students to these meetings, and we have a session just for student development and working on some leadership traits, talk to our champions together and officials, and topic that's on everybody's mind these days, the athletic transfers. And so there's just a whole host of things that we go over in this meeting. But we also want to listen, having the opportunity to listen to our schools and understand what they need from us helps us also.
I think it's interesting, too, that when you mentioned the one thing that's on the minds of a lot of people is this transfer situation. And, you've been involved in this for quite a while. And transfers, there have been transfers from day one, and now there's a more clear-cut way of doing it.
Yeah, there is. I mean, we changed some bylaws last year. But, everybody thinks we've been kind of absent of change. And, since 2012, we've had 32 changes to our transfer rules. And so we've always tried to evolve and adjust, but still protect, students' ability to participate. Our concern is not only students that transfer, 92%, almost 93% receive full eligibility when we do over 3,000 transfers annually. But, we're also worried about the students who may get displaced by somebody transferring for solely athletic reasons. So we have to keep every student in mind, even ones that are not involved in the transfer process.
Well, you have transfers, you have NIL, you have this is a challenging time to be involved in high school sports in our state.
Things continually change, and we look at the youth sport explosion on the front side of high school participation and understand that that's not about education first. And then I think it's hard-pressed to say that the collegiate atmosphere today is not about education first. I jokingly tell the membership, I can't remember the last time I turned on a broadcast and heard somebody celebrate the graduation rate of their athletes, which tells me that the academic focus has left a lot of universities.
The cynic in me would say it's now become what everyone knew it was, but never really talked about it directly, and that it had become a highly commercialized and almost professional type of environment. But that's for another topic. All right, we are at the point in the athletic year. You have 2 weeks until golf. Is that right? Am I reading that right? 2 weeks until girls golf?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, they're in their final matches of the regular season, and tournaments will begin in 2 weeks. And, it's amazing how we get to this point every year. And shortly after that, everything else we offer will begin. And I know you and I talked about it earlier, but every sport is really past or almost past the halfway point of their season. It's just amazing how fast that point of the season gets here.
Speaking of how fast it goes, we're coming up on week number 4 of the high school football season, so I think that underscores it better than anything.
That's exactly right, Coach. We talk about football a little bit every week, and it's amazing that we're sitting here with week 4, and tomorrow we'll cross over the halfway, or not next week, we'll cross over the halfway mark, and it's just amazing. And teams are still figuring some thing out. We have some teams that are having the season that they expected to have, but it's what coaches do. It's help student athletes learn through sometimes adversity, but they also have to learn through success.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA. It's Paul Nighting. Commissioner, thanks so much for your time. Have a fantastic week. Be safe on the highways.
Thanks, Coach. We'll listen to you on the radio on Friday and Saturday night.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Roger, in the Region Sports Network, the only game in town, Angel Mile with Doug Nelson. And we have a Strachan Van Til scoreboard update. Strachan Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. We'll start off with Maryville and Portage. Maryville, tough loss last week against Crown Point. They're taking it out on Portage right now. It's 24-3. Indy Shortridge taking on Hammond Central. Score there, Shortridge 12, Central 6. Wheeler, the number 6 team in our Innigenburg rankings, has a 3-touchdown lead on Bishop Knoll. Number 4 in Drain playing a tight one against Munster, 14-7 at the current moment. Calumet just found the end zone, got the 2-point conversion. They lead Highland 8-7. Number 1 team, Crown Point, leads Lake Central 21-0. Crown Point on the road. Number 10, Griffith, blowing out Boone's Grove. My goodness, a running clock there, 42-0. Chesterton against LaPorte, it's 19-7. Trojans leading there. Hobart versus Kankakee Valley. The Brickies have a 21-0 lead. Lowell and Hanover Central in the high-scoring game, 28-17. Lowell leads. They're the number 18. Doug, out of all those games we talked about, what's the game to really focus in on besides obviously ours where it's 7-7?
I like Maryville, and I know they, like you mentioned, they had a tough beating last week against Crown Point, but everybody's going to have a tough night against the Bulldogs around here. But I'm ready for. It's going to be very interesting to me. They play in a very winnable sectional. I know Hammond Morton's pretty good. They're solid.
Yes.
So they have to get through Hammond Morton. But the winner of Maryville and then the winner of this sectional playing each other is going to be an interesting ball game. But I think either one of those two dueling teams coming out of that 5A regional is going to have a chance to advance.
For Michigan City, they'll be taking on Maryville at home next week. And then Valparaiso is on the road against Chesterton. So those are a couple teams that we've talked about. Chesterton leading, and for Maryville, we've talked about their leading for 24-3. We will step aside. We'll come back. We'll break down the first half, get you ready for the second half as you're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday night football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step toward your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
When it comes to your money, you deserve more than just numbers on a page. You deserve someone who sees the full picture. Meet Mark Machnick, one of Northwest Indiana's most trusted accounting professionals. Whether you're running a business, planning for retirement, or just trying to make sense of tax season, Mark Machnick, located in Highland, makes it simple, personal, and believe it or not, painless. Contact Mark and his team today at 219-595-5290. Mark Machnick, CPA.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday night football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
We are back on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Andrew Mild and Doug Nelson. And Doug, we've seen a couple of players return back to the field. Well, that first half was the definition of an old-fashioned slobber knocker.
Again, I think it was a chess match. There were some lost opportunities, right?
Yes.
We had some drops and we had some timely penalties for Valpo, and so the score could be a little bit more, but it's still it's an even ball game, as we mentioned, pregame.
For Michigan City, it ends and starts with Zaire McKinney. He made all the big plays for him. He scored their lone touchdown. It seems like any time they throw a ball in his general direction, he's going to bring it down, whether he's being guarded tightly or not.
You've seen it, Andrew, and you've seen it in every level, in every sport, is playmakers make plays.
Yes.
In big games. You have to find a way to get it in his hands, at least give him an opportunity.
Exactly.
And Valpo does the same thing, and they have playmakers. So, the ball will eventually get to the playmakers' hands.
And it feels like both teams are going about it a very similar way. They're stacking the box and stopping the run game. It's just going into it. Michigan City had a very impressive run game performance last week against Chesterton. Valpo's always relied their hat on having a strong run game, but both defenses not allowing too many holes.
Yeah. And again, Valpo had a couple holes that were on the same play for Michigan City, that little slot go route, and they've cleaned it up since then. But, again, it's just still who's got an ace up their sleeve? You know what I'm saying? Who hasn't shown something yet?
Well, it would be interesting to see if Kellen Hosek can start hooking up with some deep balls down the field. He has some really good receivers. We said with Bernard, Lovig, and Parisi. But even their short game, the games that they really rely on is those quick passes, more of a West Coast type offense.
Right.
Michigan State's been baiting them, backing up, and then attacking. So they have to go down the field if they want to get those short passes again.
Well, that and as well as the pressure that their front four is bringing for Michigan City. It's not giving Hosek a whole lot of time to make those choices downfield. So you have to kind of dink and dunk and take the draws and the screens and that kind of thing. But again, it comes down to execution.
I'll say one thing. There was a player that really impressed me in that first half for Valparaiso. He did play offense. Ryan Cheek, all over the place. He had a sack, a couple of TFLs that always look good when you're showing off to college coaches. Yeah. He was in the backfield. He was living back there.
Yeah, again, he and Fedorchak. I mean, he's laying the lumber.
And he had a great return.
Smacking and good. Yeah, again. So he does a little bit of everything. And again, we talked about it. There's playmakers on both sides of the ball for both teams.
What's it going to take for one of these teams to finally get a win? We talked about plenty of mistakes, but who capitalizes on mistakes might walk away with a 2-0 record in conference play.
In the basketball world, we talk about getting scores and stops.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So if you can execute one quarter, get a score and a stop, and then you're with the ball in the lead, I think you're in pretty good shape.
We will step aside, then we will come back. Now Michigan City is entering the field. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step toward your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
When it comes to your money, you deserve more than just numbers on a page. You deserve someone who sees the full picture. Meet Mark Machnick, one of Northwest Indiana's most trusted accounting professionals. Whether you're running a business, planning for retirement, or just trying to make sense of tax season, Mark Machnick, located in Highland, makes it simple, personal, and believe it or not, painless. Contact Mark and his team today at 219-595-5290. Mark Machnick, CPA.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Check out the IBEW Local 697 electrifying plays from this week's football action. Visit regionsports.com, Facebook/RegionSportsNation, or on Instagram. The electrifying plays presented by IBEW Local 697, the electrical professionals. And stay with Region Sports after the game as we send it back to the Athletic Performance Factory. RSN will recap all of tonight's action from around the region, all from the Athletic Performance Factory. Into Mild with Doug Nelson. About 70 seconds to go until we resume action. And Doug, we're talking about the first half, we're talking about the adjustments. How do you think the second half is going to play out?
It's got to clean it up. Somebody's going to clean it up and clean some of the small mistakes. We talked about it. Anytime you have two evenly matched teams, it comes down to details, and that's what somebody clean it up and put a couple good drives together, they're going to walk out of here with a win.
As we discussed, too, in the pregame show, Michigan City struggled in the first half. They've certainly been a second-half team. We still have Bill Marshall on this sideline, who has won 7 straight sectional championships, has a state ring, and he knows how to make some adjustments in the halftime locker room.
Yeah, he's got a great coaching staff, too,
Yes.
and not to say Michigan City and Coach French do not, but, again, that's why I think it's interesting. Plus, you said, as we talked about it, this sectional title is going to go between these two teams.
Yes.
I know there's Chesterton, I believe in LaPorte, and they're all formidable. It's a very competitive sectional, but in my opinion, these are the two most talented teams in that sectional.
So you're saying this is very much a preview for
It
a
is.
sectional championship game down the road.
Every time we do this game, you wonder what they're keeping, like I mentioned earlier. Are they keeping something up their sleeve? Are they showing everything?
Coincidentally, the last time Michigan City has won a game against Valparaiso was in a playoff game for a regional title in 2021. Valparaiso's won 4 in a row since then. Fedorchak's going to return it again. Why not? He had a great return earlier. Won't get as far as he did the last time as he gets stood up by a pack of wolves, and they'll start their first drive on the 36-yard line.
What an athlete, huh?
You can do a little of everything. Maybe contemplate lining him up as a tight end and let him run a route. He's got good hands.
He looks like he's comfortable with the football.
Fielded a ground ball in a sense. The ball never got off the turf.
A little hop there, didn't he?
3 receivers lined up to the right of Kellen Hosek. Hosek did a lot of running in that first half. He'll fake it. He'll run it himself, and he gets hit hard. Another big hit by a Michigan City defender.
Number 24.
It looks like that's Gear in the backfield. Chase Gear.
There was a
Cooper Gear, correction.
Wildcat look. Is that what you're saying?
That was interesting.
Again.
Yeah, it is. Because Hosek is coming here live as a wide receiver. Cooper Gear and the Wildcat. 3 receivers to the right of Gear. He'll take it himself, going to his left, and a defender running up and making the tackle is Anthony Gibson for Michigan City.
Real quick, I got a couple things. Number one, what this does is it gives Michigan City one more thing to worry about.
That's true.
On film, come sectional time. Number two, I thought about this earlier. Anthony Gibson, I wonder if he's relation to Tracy Gibson. Tracy Gibson was this before your time. I'm showing my age. He was the all-time leading scorer at Michigan City for a very long time and ended up going to play basketball at Valparaiso University. Anyway, I wonder if there's some kind of relationship here. Being Gibson being a Michigan City guy, and as a matter of fact, I think it's Tracy wore number 24.
Hosek
He
with
floated
a
that.
bad pass going to his right, trying to swing at the Gage Finley, an extension of their run game. Instead, it sails into the Michigan City bench. It's a 3-and-out and a bit of a frustrating start to the second half for the Vikings.
Yeah, a little bit of a head scratcher there with the Wildcat look, as you mentioned, but you get behind the sticks and you get predictable.
If Valparaiso was trying to find any way to get that run game going, even trying out the Wildcat, and it only gained them 4 yards. Well, now they'll have to punt it away. 2 men returning now for Michigan City. Fontnar kicks it away, lands on the 30, and rolls out bounds by the 31. So 3 and out for Valparaiso. We're tying at 7 apiece, 10:24 to go in the third quarter. Here comes the Michigan City offense.
Nice 3 and out there by the Michigan City defense, though, huh? I mean, they were keying, and then they saw Gear in the backfield with the Wildcat look, and they filled the box.
And they've been doing that for the last couple of weeks, and they are really excited how that's been working for them. And if they get this offense exploding again and find Zaire McKinney, who knows? Michigan City could be leaving Valparaiso the talk of the Doolin Athletic Conference.
Yeah, they're explosive, and like we said, they're senior heavy. So now's the year for Michigan City.
Hart's going to throw on the first play. Go deep over the middle, and that is going to be intercepted. McGee playing back as a safety, brings down the pass from Trent Hart, and Valparaiso, one play, their defense heading off the field, and here comes the offense once again. First interception on the year for the 6'3 sophomore.
I think that was a disguise. I think they had him. They thought that. I think Hart thought that they were in man coverage, and then, like you said, that safety just snuck back there. He kind of left his own man, and because that was the play that got him in the first half. So they made that adjustment. As I mentioned, Coach Bernardi does an amazing job. Old VU guy himself.
Trent Hart, a touchdown pass earlier. That was his 4th interception on the year. He had 2 last week against Chesterton. And Coach Marshall not happy, calling a timeout. They were in the wrong look. Both teams heading back to their bench. We'll step aside. You're tuning in to the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap.
We are back as you're watching the Region Sports Network coverage of high school football. Osek fakes it, rolling his right, nowhere to go, going to his left, and he zips it over the head of his intended receiver, but they're going to call a roughing the passer. Looks like that's going to be on Desmond Howard, who pushed Hosek down, and from what I saw, Doug, it looked like he might have gotten him in that head and neck area.
Was it? I was watching the ball. Hosek does a good job of keeping the play alive.
One of the offensive coordinators.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mateo Ojichi usually lines up in the backfield, tight end formation. And the flag is still on the field. Maybe, oh, there is the call.
15-yard penalty.
Bit confused there as both teams were lining up on the football, and we still hadn't heard a call yet. Yeah, it is roughing the passer. Hosek got hit hard, and again, we talked about the mistakes, and Michigan City making a costly one there, a 15-yard penalty instead of an incomplete pass.
Yeah, a little discipline, self-discipline.
Hosek putting Parisi in motion, and he hands it off. Finley dragging a man with them. A couple more white hats, grab him and toss him down. Got him up to the 28-yard line. 2-yard gain.
I think that left tackle might have gotten away with starting a little early on that one. Same thing that happened last half. Remember, he called that flag. And
do you think referees get tired of throwing the flags on false starts, so maybe they'll let one slide every once in a while?
I don't think they want to throw the flag at all. They don't want to be an issue in the game. But
3 receivers lined up to the right. Parisi going in motion.
Uh-oh.
And Hosek taking it himself. And once he got started, there was already a Michigan City defender grabbing him from behind.
That almost looked like a broken play, didn't it? I mean, I don't know what that was trying. Maybe some kind of a quick draw, but didn't look very organized.
Hosek brought down by Julius Hurd, the 6'1 senior, who had 2 sacks last week against Chesterton. And he's been pretty quiet tonight against Valparaiso. 3rd and 8. Hosek going to his right, trying to find a man. He throws a bullet pass. It's caught, and the receiver is pushed out of bounds. The chains went down. And
what a great route.
Yeah, trying to think who that is. That might have been Parisi. Looks like that's who emerged from the quagmire on that far side.
Yeah, James Parisi. He's short about half a yard.
At 4th down territory, they're going with the old-fashioned tush push. The Eagles will be proud.
Oh.
But it looked like it might get pushed back. Hosek got out of it.
I don't know. Look where they marked him. They marked him short, Andrew. They didn't give him the second effort?
I don't think they did. Maybe the late adjustment here from the referee. Saw some extracurricular activities happening in the backfield.
Wow.
But it is going to be a Four Seasons mechanical 1st down.
I was looking at the official on the far side, and he marked him about a yard short.
He did. I saw the same thing.
Yeah.
And then he moved up.
Right.
It looked like he got stopped, and Hosek somehow got out of the dog pile.
Yeah, that was great effort by Hosek. That was just guts there, wasn't it?
Well, off the hip of his right tackle, Evan Campbell. The chains move, and there's about 3 seconds left on the play clock. They got to go. They snap the ball just in time. Out of the pistol formation, it's a handoff, and it's a Michigan City defense not making it easy for Finley. Finley's had nowhere to go most of the time.
Yeah, again, they're bringing the house, and those backers are making it tough on Hosek and Finley here tonight until not really getting them a chance to get outside.
Looks like Anthony Gibson, the safety, might have ran up there. Him and a couple of other white hats. That is a loss of 1 for Valpo, making it 2nd and 11. 3 receivers to the left. This is maybe Valpo's longest drive in terms of time. Really taking their time here. Swing pass, caught.
Oh, he dropped
it.
Is that a lateral? No, they called it a forward pass.
Finley had it, and then he lost it. Looked upfield, and it fell down onto the green turf. They'll make it 3rd and long. Need 2 chains here for Valparaiso.
Yeah, they're trying to, again, we mentioned how hard it is to get up the middle, and they tried to bounce it outside and get Finley the ball, in some space, and he just didn't finish the catch.
3 receivers moving to the left of the formation. Big 3rd down here for both sides. Finley going in motion to his right. Hosek dropping back. And it's a throw over the middle as Parisi has some blockers out in front of him. And he lunges forward. He's still going to be short.
You got a flag in the backfield.
There is a flag in the backfield.
I know it's a surprise. But
and another hole.
He's putting himself in really bad position here.
Been surprised about the sloppy play of the Vikings' old line today.
Well, when you're running or playing against a team that's as athletic in Michigan City, you're just doing whatever you can to defend Hosek from getting his head taken off. But clean it up. That's what we said at halftime, right? Whoever cleans it up is going to have a chance to get out of here with a W.
Look, it might have been Daquan Fields that got into the backfield and might have been tackled by one of the old linemen for the Vikings. He was just getting up by the time the call was being made. That will back him up to make it 3rd and a mile, 3rd and 21. Hosek has to throw. He goes over the middle. Man wide open. It's Lovick. Lovick makes a man miss. He'll run into the end zone. Touchdown. A 30-yard play. Leads to 6 points for the Vikings.
How do you let that happen?
Chase Lovick scoring the touchdown. First of the year. And Kellen Hosek, who came in today with no touchdown passes, has 2.
It was a matter of time. He throws a great football.
Lovick wide open. A one-man miss. Stepped into the end zone. Valparaiso's regained the lead, and
flag.
Another pre-snap penalty.
He must have set up offsides.
Making a motion for a neutral zone infraction, and it is on Michigan City. It's declined, and they're going to re-kick it. Hopefully you took the over in pre-snap penalties today. And the extra point is pure. 14-7 Valparaiso. They scored a 30-yard touchdown pass from Hosick to Lovick. And you're tuned into the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday night football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
You're tuned into the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Andrew Mild with Doug Nelson from Vikingsville and Valparaiso. And the Vikings just took the lead as Kellen Hosick, now 2 touchdown passes on the night, connected with Chase Love on a 3rd and a mile play for a 30-yard touchdown. Quintel kickoff is a short one, fielded by one of the Vikings, or correction, by one of the Wolves, and he gets it close to the 40.
Brought down by number 11,
Number 3, sorry.
DeAndre Collier.
Yeah, Drake Collier. Looking for some room, wasn't he? He wanted to make a play. He wanted to get outside.
At this point, if you're Michigan State, do you contemplate just moving your return man up? Because that's where all the kicks have gone, a bunch of pooch kicks.
Yeah. Again, this is all film that we're going to help them down in the postseason, right? When it really matters.
Michigan City trying to have a longer drive than they did the last time. Just the one play. Hart fakes the sweep. And about 4 or 5 Vikings on the play there to bring him down for a minimal game. Trent Hart threw a interception to Eli McGee that set up the Vikings touchdown. There's 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. If Michigan State wants to get something going, they need Trent Hart to clean it up.
Yeah. And again, you also you got to find a way to get it in your ball, get the ball in your playmaker's hands. McKinney's got to touch the football here.
2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Thurman in the backfield. Hart going over the middle of the field, and it is caught by Laurent. Laurent drags a man with them across the 45 to the 44, and here comes Trent Hart.
Nice little play there. He just ducking in right behind the linebackers there, Andrew, and find that little void in the Valpo defense. The Valpo safety kind of slipped as he was on his drop and had to come up and make the tackle.
Meek Laurent, who had a breakout game against Lafayette Jeffrey, made 7 receptions for 81 yards, gets the ball there. Hart throwing again, going deep. He has his man, McKinney. He brought it down with the inbounds. No, it's incomplete. You need 1 foot to stay in bounds to get the game, but Hart threw it too far to his left shoulder, took him out of bounds, and that's a definite play that Michigan City would love to have back.
Again, I just like the effort of getting him the football.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to find a way to make him, give him opportunities to make a play.
Zaire McKinney, who scored the 1 touchdown thus far and had an explosive play earlier. They're going to go through the air again. Hart and another deep shot, and that's past the out pass reach of his intended receiver.
Pass falls incomplete. Intended for Stewart.
For Stewart.
It's funny watching the other receivers. They're almost motioning up to the offensive coordinator for Michigan City up on the booth, like, hey, throw me the ball. I'm open.
They're finding him in the window. And
Yeah.
They say, point at their number.
Yeah.
It's my play.
Right.
3rd down and 10 to go. Hart throwing for the 4th time. Going to his left, looking downfield, going towards the sidelines.
That's a
And
catch.
they're going to say that's a catch. And it's Laurent again. Somehow got one of his white cleats in bounds, and that will move those chains. And that first down is brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville. Visit them on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.com. And Michigan City already on top of the football, going quick.
I like the urgency that they're playing with here a little bit. They're just trying to spread Valpo out a little bit.
McKinney off to the left-hand side by himself, and they're going to hand it off up the gut. Thurman going to his right as he had a really good block there, and he gets it up to the 25-yard line, a gain of 5.
And I like that, that makes second down a play you can use either way. You don't have to run or pass there. The playbook's wide open.
I wanted to know who laid down that block. Thurman went right behind him and kept on going. Thurman will get the tote again. Going to his right, and there is a tackle being made by Reese Balog. He made a lot of plays early on.
He did.
And there's no gain on that one, and he's going to head off the field. Balog, a bit of pain there, and a quick substitution. Number 95, Doug.
For Valpo. Larry McDougall.
Larry McDougall going to go out there for Balog.
I thought the running back there could have cut it up. Thurman could have cut it upfield a little bit and read his block.
Well, Thurman out, Evans in, Hart going to throw, going down the sidelines. Oh, what a throw, and what a catch!
Touch pass there, Andrew. Holy moly.
Zaire McKinney, who else?
You couldn't throw that any better.
Right over the head of Anwar Banks, who had great coverage, but you can't defend the perfect pass.
He dropped that right over the safety's head.
It's another Four Seasons Mechanical first down, brought to you by our friends at Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville, your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialists. First and goal from the 7. Empty formation. It's a fake. Hart taking himself up the middle. He'll go right to the end zone untouched. Touchdown City. What a response by the Wolves.
Well, it was a clean drive, right? No penalties there, and they moved the ball and they were methodical.
Either side, that was the cleanest drive. No penalties.
Yeah, I mean that's if they don't get in their own way, this is what they're capable of doing.
We talked about it. If Michigan City wants to have success going down the stretch, they need Trenton Hart to step up. Trenton Hart delivered 3 great passes and ran it up right in the middle for the touchdown. The extra point is good, signals the referees, and we are tied at 14 apiece. We're going to take a quick break here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4, ajobdoneright.com.
Alvaro Serrano about to kick the ball back to the Valparaiso Vikings. We have a tie ball game. Long kick. Backing up is the return man, trying to find a block. And what a hit we just saw once again from a Michigan City Wolf. The return was by Lovig, and the tackle was by number 15 of Michigan City, Nathaniel Simmons. And that was a Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, specializing in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. Oh, they really went deep into the vocabulary on that one.
Yeah.
Some syllables.
That's not a Friday night call, is it?
But anyway, the referees threw the flag, and they call holding on Valparaiso. A lot of dirty laundry being thrown at the dismay of Coach Marshall and the Vikings. They're going to be backed up to their own 20-yard line to start this drive. 4:50 to go in the third quarter. 14 apiece between these two DAC teams that have been in a really tight game. Who was going to win in here tonight? Lovey going in motion to the left. And it's a fake. And throwing it downfield. Hosek is intercepted. Michigan City gets a turnover they were looking for. What a snag by Tony Fields.
One-handed snag there.
Yeah, can we get a replay of that, Zach? That might be the most impressive interception I have ever seen. It didn't look like it was a bad ball either.
I thought the receiver had him. A good throw is a touchdown.
No replay.
Oh, of course.
We'll go back and clip it off later.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to watch that again, 4:50 on the clock.
Rewind it.
Rewind it, please, for your own benefit. Back on the field is the Michigan City offense. They just scored a touchdown. Thurman will get the football to start off this new drive and move it across the 35 to the 34. We'll say that's a 3-yard gain.
A lot of times when you have a quick change like this, Andrew, you see a team take a shot, but you have Michigan City that's got the Valpo defense on their heels a little bit right now.
A little bit gassed.
Yeah.
That was the cleanest drive we've seen from anyone. Absolute perfection from Trent Hart, who really stepped here in the third quarter. Ran it in himself. He has 2 touchdowns today, one through the air and one with his legs. Empty set. Put Collier in motion. They fake it to Collier. Hart takes himself up the middle, picking and choosing, gets past the initial wave, and they gets the first down. His helmet pops off as Ben Fedorchak was able to wrap him up, and Hart is going to have to run off the field.
Credit to tackle number 48, Ben Fedorchak.
Jaden Baker is going to come in, the sophomore quarterback. I don't think he's taken a snap all year.
This will be a handoff.
They give it to Thurman.
Handoff.
And it is to Thurman. Thurman cuts to his right, and 2 Vikings were there to tackle him.
Thurman, the ball carrier, picks up a couple for the Wolves.
Evan Courtney was there.
Hey, good job by Baker. Probably didn't figure to be playing tonight, right?
Had his helmet on. He was ready to go.
Hey.
At any time, you might find yourself in the middle of a football game.
You've got to be ready for your opportunity. It's coming.
Exactly.
You can go home and tell Mom he played tonight.
McKinney gets the fake, and Courtney again coming in like a speed torpedo and getting Trent Hart. That is a loss of 1 for Michigan City.
Evan Courtney, 5'11". He came in like a rocket right there, didn't he?
Yeah, he was the JV Defensive Player of the Year last year for Valparaiso. And again, we talked about it. They had a lot of seniors last year that have moved on. Courtney taking over and making the play. 3rd down and 8. Hart looking to go deep downfield, and it's up in the air, and it's intercepted. The Vikings get the ball back. It's Aiden Needles.
Needles isn't a name we've said a whole lot tonight. I saw him last week making plays all over the place at LaPorte. And again, just a playmakers making plays.
Needles gets his first INT on the season at a big time. 3rd and 8. Michigan City had the momentum. He makes the play in the end zone. So it's also a touchback. The Vikings get 20 yards with him making that play. And that's the second interception on Trent Hart.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a really good decision. He had a receiver open dead in the middle.
Yeah, I saw that too. Didn't see who it was, but I know that they're going to give him the tablet if they have it on that side and say, hey, you missed this.
Yeah, it was Drake Collier. He's been a little animated about not getting the football here tonight.
Yeah, him and Gage Finley were talking a lot when Finley was playing DB. Pistol formation for Valparaiso. They don't run it too much out of this formation. It's a fake pitch, and then they pitch it to Parisi, and Parisi gets stood up.
Parisi, the ball carrier.
I think that was a great
Ethan Buskirk makes the tackle.
That was a great read by him, and he did a little homework. He saw that one coming.
They lost a lot of yards on that play, though.
Yeah, he just stayed. You know what? He was disciplined and sat on his end.
That looks to be about a 6-yard loss. They marked that down at the 14-yard line. So 2nd and 16, 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Angel Mile, Doug Nelson, 14-14 all. Reese in motion. He's got tackled for that 6-yard loss. Hosick looking. It's a screen play. Low throw. Lovett can't bring it down. And this will make it 3rd and a mile for Valparaiso.
I'm trying to see who it is, Andrew, but they got 44 for Michigan City. Did a great job making Hosick. That's that Julius Hurd. He made Hosick adjust that throw. They kind of sensed that little bubble screen, and he got his hands up, and then Hosick had to pump a little bit, and it kind of messed up the timing of the play.
I know number 44 was circled in film Hurley with 5 tackles for a loss this year. 3 receivers to the left. Hosick is going to throw. Here comes the pressure again. They're going to bring him down. An avalanche of white jerseys from Michigan City.
Yeah, it's number 44, Hurd again, along with some others. But as we mentioned, Hurd, he led the team in sacks coming in with 3. So he'll get a part of that one.
Julius Hurd and Dre Wilson, a couple of those Michigan City defenders getting into the backfield and snowing Kellen Hosick down. And that will put Valparaiso on the 1-yard line. Fun fact, Michigan City blocked a punt last week against Chesterton that went for a safety. That was the game changer.
Yeah.
And they've gotten close a few times today.
But they have to lay off the punter, too. You don't want to bail Valpo out right here.
Right.
Maybe just set up a return.
A beautiful kick, a soaring kick, still going back past the 50, bouncing back, and then taking a friendly Valpo roll, and the returner's going to pick it up and go. Here comes a flag being thrown. Doug, you pointed out. What did you see?
I don't know. I don't know if he did. I don't know. Sideline warning he's calling.
So
that's all it is.
So a sideline warning on both sides now. That was Conley. That was returning for Michigan City there. 52.6 seconds left. Tied game. It might come down to the fourth quarter. We'll see.
What a punt, Andrew.
What a beautiful punt. Yeah, Trevor Fontner. He had some beautiful punts last week. He's getting a couple of looks right now. And, I mean, that was a 50-yard punt and then some.
That was nice. That helped him flip the field. That could have been really ugly for Valpo right there.
I mean, he kicked it for the back of his own end zone and got past the 50.
Yeah.
And there really hasn't been too much wind tonight.
No. He got rid of it quickly, too.
Trin Hart will feed it to Evans, and Evans runs into nothing as he'll get no gain, maybe an inch.
Yeah, they stood him up right away.
Yeah, right up the middle, and there was nothing but Vikings there. No hole being created by Michigan City's line. Good news, though, is that Edgar Sotelo Garcia is out there, Doug. Remember, he went out earlier.
Yeah, that's good to see.
Line up as the right tackle. And this is looking like it's going to be the final play of the third quarter. 2nd and 10 from the 46-yard line. Hart sent up the pass, going to his right, and it is completed to DeAndre Collier.
We mentioned that Collier, he's been very emphatic about wanting the football, about being open, and he finally fed him a little bit.
9.5 seconds left in the third quarter. And as a Four Seasons Mechanical first down. Clock being stopped with him going out of bounds. They'll hand it off to Evans. Evans going to his left. He gets a block. He moves ahead and gets 2 yards, and that will be the end of the third quarter. As we talked about, this is anyone's ball game. The fact that we're going to the fourth quarter tied tells you that this is going to be a finish you do not want to miss as you're tuning into the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The
thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship, the best hands in the business.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step towards your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
We are back. Andrew Miles, Doug Nelson, Region Sports Network. Hart fakes the passes right. He is going to run around. Now he's going to throw. He's got a man open and outside the reach of Collier. That was a touchdown waiting to happen. And once again, it's DeAndre Collier, visibly frustrated. That would have been a play for his highlight reel.
I think that the quarterback knew he had a chance there. He wanted that one back. It was kind of like I don't know if it was the RPO or was it look or was the option, but Hart really he would like that one back.
Yeah, we've seen two quarterbacks very mobile to make the throws downfield. But which one of these quarterbacks to make a play here at the end of the game to get their team a win? An empty look. Hart going to his right. He has time. Still has time. Throwing on the move. Man open, caught! It's Lorenz making the play, and they're going to throw a face mask on Valpo.
Did you see Hart kind of direct traffic as he's running, kind of like telling him which way to go? That was so nice by him. He's got good feet, doesn't he? His eyes are always downfield. He's got to be half the distance more.
They're marking the ball down at the 13-yard line, or the 12s, and there's the half the distance. So this should be Michigan City at the 6, and it is. That first down is brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville. Visit them on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.com.
I think Michigan City's found something here just by letting Hart kind of spread out the defense of Valpo, and the receivers are just getting open.
They're going to feed it to the fridge. Daquan Fields bringing a man with them, and he falls into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan City.
Yeah.
It's their first lead of the game.
He's a horse, man. He's tough to bring down. Who's like the old team? Was that the Steelers back in the day that had thunder and lightning? Do you remember that? Was that Bettis and somebody?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
A little bit before my time, but I do remember Jerome Bettis.
He was the bus, right?
He was the bus.
The original bus.
And the extra point is good. Michigan City has a 21-14 lead. Take a break and come back for the Quintel kickoff. Wolves 21, Vikings 14. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you.
This is a Quintel kickoff. And this is going to be returned by Parisi. Parisi trying to find a gap to go. He gets past initial tackle, goes to his right, and he gets slammed down. And that was Dre Wilson for Michigan City making the tackle on special teams. But here we go, Doug. Valparaiso has either been tied or leading this game. Michigan City has scored 14 unanswered points. They lead 21-14.
Yeah, they've come out a little sharper here in the second half, and And Valpo, we'll see how they respond to being behind here tonight.
The team coming in at 1-2 after 2 tough losses against very, very good opponents that open up the year. Like to get back to sea level and start off 2-0 in conference play. Hosick gets the snap, hands it off, and this is the freshman that gets the carry, and that was Cooper Gear with the carry. And that was a yard.
Stop by Gibson.
And this is, I kind of mentioned this last week, that I think a lot of times, and Valpo's very good at this, Coach Marshall and his staff, and that's why they just win consistently.
Yes.
It's not just a one-year deal, because he's always keeping guys fresh. He's always getting guys reps. And if you're good, you're going to play. You know, it doesn't matter the grade. He's still in.
Yeah, Gear staying back. He's on the right hip of his quarterback, Kellen Hosick. Lovig in motion. He's in the slot. Dropping back Hosick. Hosick pressure, steps up, flips it over to his left. He's got a man. It's Parisi. Parisi with some men in front of him, makes it up to midfield. It will be a first down.
Hosick did a great job of keeping that play alive. We got a late flag here, Andrew. Might be an eligible man by downfield. Yeah.
Well, that is going to come back. They actually got Valpo up to the 49.
Anytime the quarterback extends the play, the offensive line automatically thinks he's running.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, especially when they see Hosick moving forward, and then he got rid of the football, but the line is moving forward thinking Hosick's going to run for it.
But there's so many penalties today on the Valpo O-line between false starts and holdings and illegal man downfield. It's just frustrating. You make the big play, you're trying to get some momentum, you get the first down. Now you're backing up again, you're behind the chains, and that's really been the story all night for Valparaiso.
Well, both teams really.
That's true.
It's kind of slowed down the flow of this game.
But it feels like Michigan City has cleaned that up.
They
and
have
you said that
up.
in the halftime show. Whoever cleans it up is going to win the game, and right now it's looking like the Wolves. But the good part is there's still 10 and a half minutes to go.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Michigan City's cleaned it up a little bit, and Valpo's still got plenty of time to do that.
Oh, yes. Both teams. Valpo has 2 timeouts, and Michigan City has 3 timeouts. Be something to keep in mind going forward. Make it 2nd and 15 from their own 30-yard line. Hosick in the shotgun. He's going to roll to his right, looking down the field, setting his feet, throwing, and it's a low throw. And it is broken up. Try to get it back to Parisi. But there in the coverage was Tony Field, did that incredible interception earlier.
You saw DQ Fields coming from the weak side. Just hoping Hosick would hold that a little bit longer. He was coming on the blind side back there, Andrew.
Fields had a touchdown to give Michigan City the lead. Nearly got him sacked himself.
He certainly did. Valpo's moving the pocket for that reason. Michigan City's doing a good job of getting into the backfield.
3rd down, 15 to go. Hosick trying to make a big play. Throwing it over the middle, and it's batted up into the air and falls down.
That was similar to the play that Valpo scored on, but the Michigan City guys ran into each other. Do you remember that?
Yes.
They almost ran into each other there. They were going up for the football. I thought the safety was going to come in and get the pick.
Would have been the second one if it would have been brought down, but that was intended for Medeo Machichi. He hasn't had the target all game. Trying to change it up and go away from your weapons and make them as decoys and see if someone else can make a play.
Well, that, again, like we said, that's the play they scored on. And safeties where they were a little too back.
4th down. It's a 3-and-out drive for Valparaiso. Beautiful high arcing punt that falls down on the 40, rolls away, and be somewhere around the 38, 39-yard line. They're going to say the 39. Well, this is a must-stop drive for Valparaiso's defense, though.
And on the other side of the football, it's a long way to go.
Yes.
You can't run the clock out from here. You got to still score.
Yeah, pedal to the metal is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not over yet.
Well, Trin Hart has stepped up in this second half. He's been improvising, directing traffic, making plays. Absolutely beautiful throws.
Yeah, and again, I think that might be what's best for Michigan City. Just spread them out and let guys make plays.
Evan gets the handoff. trying to cut back, but there was a couple of Vikings there. But the man that stopped that play was Ethan Posey. Posel.
And Fedorchak. He's been everywhere, huh?
He's been everywhere. The linebacking core for Valparaiso has been tough.
He's got to be an all-conference guy.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
You might as well just give him the award now.
Yeah.
Only in week 4. Hart will throw.
Oh, there you go.
Step up, and it was
good decision. Good decision.
There was no one in the middle of the field, and Hart just took advantage of it. He slid down, saying he is down at the 44-yard line.
Again, that's a good decision. Take what you can and get down, the slide, and live to see another play.
The 5-yard gain. Yeah, last week, Hart got hit hard from behind, and I think him and Coach French might have had a conversation about that.
Well,
hey, sliding is a little bit easier. It won't be as sore Saturday morning.
And the chiropractor, right?
Hart pitch, Thurman spinning around, and he is dragged down. And guess what, Doug?
Decision time. Decision time also. They're going to punt.
Yeah, their defense has been very stout in this second half. Coach French going to put his hat on his defense to get another 3 and out. They're going to kick it away here. It's 4th and 4 from the 46-yard line.
And the punting squad of Michigan City has been pretty productive so far today.
Especially when you got Parisi as your return man. That is an explosive athlete. Kick is away from Serrano. Has a line drive one at Parisi. Parisi gets around a guy. And he makes another man miss. He's still going. Those legs are turning. Yeah. He gets a couple more yards before Dre Wilson grabbed him down from behind. And Valparaiso coming out, and they'll start on the 38-yard line.
Keeping those feet moving.
That's what they teach you. Keep the legs are turning. You never know what can happen. And the way that Parisi keeps those legs moving, an arm tackle is not going to bring him down.
Yeah, and you're keeping plays alive. And
those extra yards would definitely benefit Valparaiso. This is a must-have-it drive. 3 receivers to the left of Hosick. 1 to the right. Hosick hands it up the middle. Finley is brought down by Hurd. That was a 3-yard gain. Got him up to the 42.
Brought down by number 44, Julius Hurd for the Wolves.
Yeah, I think if you're Valpo, you have plenty of time, and just be very patient and take what they give you. You don't have to get it all at once.
Under 8 minutes to go. You feel the tension in this stadium as that clock runs away, and Valparaiso trails by 7 points. Ball on the right hash. Hosick hands it off. Finley has a big hole, and he will move past
ball's
50.
Out.
Ball on the ground.
Was he down?
They might say that he was down. Referee's going to converge, and they're saying it's Michigan City football.
Gage Finley, the ball carrier.
Finley coughs up the ball, and the Vikings fans do not like it.
Well, they must. The officials had to see something we didn't, because that ball must have been loose as he was going down. I don't know if we have a look here, but
I think we're going to get a look here on the Region Sports RS end zone that they're running here.
Yeah, it's hard to see where it came loose.
So maybe the next play.
But there was no question from the officials, and the Valpo coaching staff didn't question it either. So
not a whole lot of arguing.
No, there wasn't much debate about that one.
Another turnover. Handoff, Evans, nowhere to go. Got back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10 from the 41-yard line. That's now 2 turnovers from the Vikings in this half alone. The interception by Tony Fields. Yeah, I'm watching, and I wonder, Doug, as I'm watching that replay, that if Fields was on top, or correction, the running back, Finley, was on top of a Michigan City defender.
Oh, okay.
Because it looks like he was still on the defender as the ball was rolling away.
Yeah.
Hart dropping back. He's going to go deep downfield, and it's caught by McKinney. McKinney 10-5 touchdown.
They have no answer for that.
Zaire McKinney having himself a career night.
And another great throw.
A 60-yard touchdown pass. Strinhart to Zaire McKinney. And it's a 2-possession lead from Michigan City.
What an absolute just ball. What a great throw.
I mean, it's been a clinic tonight from Zaire McKinney.
And again, what's your answer? You know,
I mean, do you force a safety to go on top of him wherever he goes and see if they can beat you with someone else?
It's blocked here, Andrew.
And the extra point is blocked. As Doug mentioned, it rolls into the end zone. It will make it a 27-14 game, but that might have been the dagger. The Vikings offense needs to get going, but that was a 60-yard touchdown pass from Hart to McKinney. We'll take a quick break as you're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When it comes to your money, you deserve more than just numbers on a page. You deserve someone who sees the full picture. Meet Mark Machnick, one of Northwest Indiana's most trusted accounting professionals. Whether you're running a business, planning for retirement, or just trying to make sense of tax season, Mark Machnick, located in Highland, makes it simple, personal, and believe it or not, painless. Contact Mark and his team today at 219-595-5290. Mark Machnick, CPA.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
This is a Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, specializing in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. Andrew Mile with Doug Nelson. Ready to kick the ball away is Michigan State. Alvaro Serrano has it teed up on the 40. 27-14 City. Line drive kick, takes a hop, and it's Parisi that will field it off the turf. He has a full head of steam. He gets around some defenders, and a flag has flown in. And there is a Michigan City Wolf that is slow to get up around the 40-yard line.
You wonder, and again, this was one of those things, but you wonder if that Cody French will, the extra point will come back to get you.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? The long way to go here, and we talk about those details, and we've seen it before.
That was Isaiah Gibson that was slow to get up. We were rewatching that play due to the RS end zone that's going on right now. If you guys want to tune in and see all the different live action that we have going on in the Region Sports Network, it's a great show to watch. But on that play, it was a stutter from McKinney. He went past his defender, but that wasn't just the impressive part. The impressive part was Hart with his throw as he was getting hit. And they're going to call another holding. I've lost track of my penalties, that is, tonight on Valparaiso. But you want to talk about a play that you want to break down in the film room for both sides. For Michigan City, that's going to put a smile on your face.
Well, Hart is listed as 5'11". I mean, we're not field level, you know. So my point is he threw that with a guy in his face, and he threw an absolute dart. What a beautiful throw.
And McKinney might get beat past 200 yards tonight with how many explosive plays he's been able to make. That was his second touchdown. Hosick's got to get something going here for Valparaiso. They're down 2 scores. They get it out fast to Lovick. Lovick gets the block, and here comes a wave of defenders. Pushing him out of bounds is Elijah Conley.
Number 4, Chase Lovick.
And because of that nice block to set him up, he gets a good chunk of change there, a gain of 8. 2nd and 2. They mark it at the 34-yard line. In the backfield is Gear with Hosick, not Finley, who just had the fumble. Hosick going to his left, going towards the sideline. That is brought in by Parisi. Parisi was able to beat Tony Fields, bring it down, and get a 4 seasons first down.
I like how Hosick, he can roll to his left and right and make that nice. That's a long throw. Started here in the middle and rolling to the far hash.
I wonder if Hosick at one point played shortstop. We talked about it. He's a pitcher, but we've seen a lot of quarterbacks that were once shortstops to be able to make those throws, so they're just so used to it.
Well, and you've done it, and you've seen it. That a lot of your athletes play up the middle, and he's just an athlete.
Hosick dropping back, trying to make another big play. Going deep down the sidelines. He got a man wide open. He drops it right into the breadbasket. What a throw! And San Bernard brings it in. Here come the Vikings.
There were two receivers there in about that same area.
Yes.
I almost kind of thought that the ball was intended for the other receiver for a minute.
And Tony Fields is down. Looks like it could be some cramping. As one of the trainers for the Vikings not hesitating to get over there and grab the left leg of Fields and elevating it.
Valpo's driving pretty quick here, Andrew.
Yeah, how many yards was on that play? Because for Valparaiso, they need a drive like this. They need plays like that from Kellen Hosick. And we were talking about two spectacular quarterbacks, two senior captains, Hosick and Hart, have been stepping up for their teams at the right times. As we talked about in the last drive, Hart throwing the best footballs he's had all game, and Hosick now he's delivered two beautiful throws.
Again, we've talked about playmakers make plays when it matters.
I mean, did you watch the Bills-Ravens game last week? That's what it came down to, was Lamar and Allen.
Yeah.
Guys seeing that in Hosick and Hart.
Yeah, whatever you can do, I can do better, right?
Exactly.
Just athletes. I love competitors.
Yes. Guys that want to be out there, put the ball in my hands and watch me win it.
Yeah, I want the ball. And if we lose, it's on me.
Yes.
But he's got the guts to make those plays.
But those two guys are captains, and they also understand that if they lose no matter what, if they played a great game, it's still on me.
Yeah.
I made some mistakes at some critical times. Here we go. Kellen Hosick get in the rhythm here in this fourth quarter. His team down 13 points, and Michigan City wants to burn a timeout.
I don't think they had the right personnel.
For Michigan City, that'll put them down to 2 timeouts. Both teams have 2 timeouts each. 6:09 on the clock. And we will take a quick break here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep, skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company.
We are back as Valparaiso on the football after the timeout for Michigan City. They're on the Michigan City 23. Hosick with 2 great plays. He has plenty of time with a perfect ball. Parisi is going to walk right into the end zone. Touchdown Vikings. This is turning into a ball game, Doug.
Yeah, it's just who's going to flinch, who's going to back down. And again, you go back and we just talked about it. Is the timeout that Valpo had to burn going to come to get him? Is the extra point that Michigan City missed down here going to come get him? Long way to go here.
What a fun game. This is the Region Sports Network Classic that you're witnessing here on this Friday night in September.
What a great that was a bullet by Hosick there.
3 perfect throws in a row from Kellen Hosick, and a neutral zone infraction going to be called. I mean, it appears it's going to be on Julius Hurd. And again, as you said, Michigan City had their extra point block. They want to block this one just in case Valpo does go down the field and score another touchdown.
Right.
Because we're not even halfway through the fourth quarter yet, and it's a one-possession game again.
Long way to go here.
This is a good time to say buckle your seatbelts because we're not sure what we're going to see the rest of this way. Perfect extra point. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching a show here on the Region Sports Network. You don't want to miss it. It's the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday night football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
We are back on the Region Sports Network. This is a Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. Andrew Mild joined alongside Doug Nelson. It is a 27-21 game. Wolves lead. Vikings went just down the field to score a touchdown. And there's a high pooch kick once again. And Michigan City going to return it. And the returner didn't have to go too far. Got it out to the 35-yard line. Doug, you're talking about these two teams are going to meet for a sectional championship if they can get through their opponent. Or they could be facing off in the first round. You never know.
Right.
But this feels like a playoff game.
Yeah, again, we talk about every time we play, when these guys play and we cover the game, it's always very competitive. It's close. Like we said, we had the regional game a couple years ago at Michigan City. Overtime, double overtime game. It comes down to, we say it all the time. I know it's cliche, but it's the details, man.
It is.
It's the extra points. It's all the flags. It's the little stuff that it comes back to get you somewhere.
Right now, could it be that timeout from Valparaiso? Could it be the blocked extra point? Who knows? But in about 6 minutes, we're going to find out.
Yeah.
There are 4 receivers to the left. Hart looking to his right. He pump fakes, goes down the field for Collier, and Collier reels in the throw. Are you serious? This game just keeps getting better and better.
Well, you think Michigan City's going to come out and try to run the clock out a little bit, right? And they go empty backfield, 4 receivers on one side, leave it cleared out for him. He's been wanting the ball all night, hasn't he?
Well, you and I talked about this. Has felt like a heavyweight fight. I think the gloves have officially come off.
They're off right now.
This is the bare knuckle brawl, it feels like right now, between the Wolves and the Vikings. Collier, we said, he's been pleading for that football. He just made another great play. Hart fakes it, steps back, runs around his defender, and there's Ryan Cheek to bring him down. His Hart ran about 6 or 7 yards to lose about 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think at this point, Hart wants you to just go north-south and get what you can there.
Yes.
You don't want to – you're not going to – every play is not going to go to the house. You know what I'm saying? You got to get – if nothing else, get back to the line of scrimmage. You know Valpo's kind of bringing the heat a little bit.
5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, separated by 6 points. It was officially a loss of 4, pushing Michigan City back to the Valparaiso 42. And we saw Michigan City going fast offensively, but now with them leading and time on their side, they're taking their time. A quick throw out, and Collier drops that one. 3rd down, clock stops.
Clock stops.
4:49.
Clock stops. That's the key there, Andrew. The clock is almost Valpo's enemy here, and Michigan City's helping them out.
Well, this is the biggest 3rd down we've seen thus far, and Michigan City needs to gain 15 yards to get these chains moving. But the way this game is going, anything can happen.
You wonder if they get about half of it back, are they in 4-down territory?
Here comes the blitz. Hart scrambling to stay alive.
Oh.
And he goes out of bounds.
He caught it. So it's about 4th and short, it looks like. What a play.
Yeah, he threw a zip pass, completed it.
Collier came back for that football, too. I love how he came back. 4th and a yard.
I thought Hart went out of bounds with the football again. 4th and 1, and Michigan City's going to go for it.
They have 3 timeouts?
They have 2.
They have 2. You might run it down here, and then make a decision and call a timeout and talk it over.
Fourth down.
You got DQ Fields in the backfield.
The Fridge is going to get the ball.
He might be short.
He goes ahead, and I believe they are going to mark him short. Referees coming in. They put the ball down. Oh, this is close. And it's Valparaiso football.
Yeah.
The Vikings stop the Fridge.
If Fields is going to get that, he kind of danced at the line. He's got to put his head down and get the 1 yard. He kind of hesitated, didn't he?
I mean, that is a 6'2", 230 guy. Why is he thinking about going east and west?
Did you see him? Did he kind of dance? And you just put your head down, put your shoulders down, and get what you can.
The clock is at 4:18. Valpo has 2 timeouts. And after they got hit with a haymaker on a 60-yard touchdown pass from Hart to McKinney, they are now in a position to tie this game. As Hosick had a beautiful last drive. Handoff to Gear. Gear stopped by 3 or 4 Wolves after a 4-yard gain.
Plenty of time, Andrew. Plenty of time.
So they hand it off to Cooper Gear. 4 minutes left in this ball game. Who wants it more? That's got to be the question going through everyone's mind right now. Gear staying in the backfield. Receiver in motion coming back. Hosick getting set up. And he gets double pumped. Ball floated. And it's caught by Parisi. Parisi stiff arm pushed out of bounds. Hosick did it again.
Michigan City's in man coverage. You can see the offensive coordinator was trying to clear out his side, and Parisi dragged all the way from the other side of the field. They're clearing out with the 3 on this side and bringing Parisi from over the other side.
And that was after the pocket collapsing. He pump faked and then threw it down the field. It was another dime from Kellen Hosick.
Yeah, he just knew that Parisi was going to be there.
Got him inside Michigan City territory. Quick pass over to Gear. Gear pushed out.
Hosick's pass is complete.
As it was completed once again. And the man there for Michigan City was Conley.
For the Vikings.
Which is interesting. I don't see Tony Fields out there.
Well, he had the cramp, right? Was that
yes.
He had the cramp? He might be in a tent. They have a medical tent over there.
I was here. We haven't said Conley's name all game. Hosick going deep downfield. That's well overthrown. No chance for Bernard.
Yeah, Bernard had no idea it was even in the air.
They had a bad miscommunication there. Bernard stopped and looked like a curl route. And for Hosick, he thought that was a go route.
Yeah, and again, Hosick was under some pressure, too. He might have just been getting rid of it.
Making it 3rd and 9 from City's 46. Does Kellen Hosick have another magic trick up his sleeve right here? Parisi in motion, going to his right. Hosick calling for the football. He jumps back, going to his left, and it's called by Loving. He soars through the air and gets the first down. He's at the Michigan City 31. Kellen Hosick putting on a show. Almost 3 minutes to go.
What a great ball. Put it right in his hands.
Desmond Howard just ran off the field for Michigan City. 3 receivers to the left, trips formation. 1 here to the right. Gear still in the backfield. Hosick, pump fakes, goes down the field. Man falls over and it gets dropped, but there's a flag. A pass interference is going to be called. And that was on Conley.
I think it's one of those where if he doesn't foul him, he might be a touchdown. He lost him.
That was Bernard. Looks like a stop and go route there, Doug.
Yep, and he just grabbed him. That's all he could have done at that point. Or he knew he was going to be 6.
We'll make sure that was a pass interference. It is a pass interference.
I think it's one of those where, again, if it was before he threw it, it might have been a holding.
Yes.
You know how they call a holding before the ball's thrown?
Yes. That's what I was curious about, because that's a difference of 5 yards.
Yeah.
Holdings 10, pass interference 15 in high school football. Inside the 20, Valparaiso has a chance to tie the game. Hosick looking to his left. He's going to throw to his left, and Parisi is open again. He's inside the 10. They mark him down at the 9.
Hosick can make all the throws. That's a long throw right there.
Going to left. Not an easy throw for a righty. Another bullet. Gain of 6, 2.5 minutes. Both teams have 2 timeouts.
If you're Michigan City at some point here, do you think about calling a timeout so you have some time?
And those D linemen look gassed a bit, Doug.
Yes, they do.
Gear going to his right. He's in the flat. Hosek going to his right, and it's overthrown, trying to get over to the freshman, Cooper Gear, but it wasn't close. That stops the clock at 2:11.
3rd and short. Your playbook's wide open because it's 4-down territory anyway.
I thought after that 60-yard touchdown pass, Doug, I thought maybe Valpo's night was done, but Kellen Hosek put the team on his back and carrying him towards these last 2 minutes.
I think that, you got a team that they're just used to winning.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And Coach Marshall, that's all he's done is win here.
Hosek gets the snap. He's going to take it himself. Gear with the block. Hosek bounces off one of his linemen. He's close to that 1st down marker. And it appears he might be, no, he's going to move his chains. There was not an initial call there. It was awfully close, but the chains move. 1st and goal on the 6-yard line. And that clock's still ticking. 2 minutes to go.
Valpo's bringing some muscle in now. Number 38, Cameron Smith. He's bringing in some size. Here, if I'm Valpo, I'm taking my time now. You know what I mean? Burn that clock so Michigan City doesn't have time.
They're going to run the Wildcat here.
Oh!
Out of the hands of Gear, and Gear,
wow,
he gets tackled. Once he picked up the ball, there was a man in the backfield, Nico Gomez, and timeout.
Michigan City called a timeout.
Michigan City, did they call a timeout? They did.
The official pointed.
No, they're calling it Valpo. Wait, we have one referee saying Michigan City, one saying Valparaiso.
Yeah, no kidding.
They're going to say it was Valparaiso on the scoreboard. 1:30. Down to the final 90 seconds, Doug. It comes down to this. And for Valparaiso, they tried to go with that Wildcat. It didn't work out. I don't know why you'd ever go away from Kellen Hosek.
Yeah, the way, again, we talked about how they, when you get to the red zone, it shrinks the field. And,
yes.
But why change what you've done to get there? I don't know. And you got Finley. I don't know. We haven't seen much of his name lately.
No. If Finley was primarily used in the first half of this week's game, last week's game, but it was a blowout. We've seen a lot of Cooper Gear, the freshman.
Finley's not in the ballgame right now.
Yeah, it's still Gear. I haven't seen Finley in a while.
I'm trying to find him on the sideline.
I believe he's right there next to a couple of the coaches. I see him, number 1. 3 receivers to the right. Hosek dropping back. Here comes the pressure. He gets hit. Ball up in the air, and it's out of bounds.
He took a shot.
Yeah, it looked like it was Desmond Howard.
It was he and DQ.
That pocket collapsed instantaneously.
Yeah, that left side of the line for Valpo is taking a beating right now. Yeah, Dequan Fields nearly got there.
And now Michigan City is going to take a timeout.
With the clock stopped, that's kind of odd, right?
Maybe we want to talk about this final play. Try to give those guys a breather after they got through.
So each team's got 1 timeout left.
1 timeout, minute 25, 6-point game. Man, at this point, both coaches are putting their cards on the table and seeing who's going to walk away with the win.
The 15-yard line, is that what we got? Just out, maybe 16-yard line?
16 is what the scoreboard says.
So if you're Valpo, my point is you don't have to get all 16 right now.
No.
Run a little slant or something quickly to get it out of Hosek's hands because he's been getting pressured here.
That's true. And that's what we talked about, that D-line. Really haven't seen them do a whole lot during the duration of this game. But in the biggest moments, we're seeing those big guys get through and put pressure on Hosick.
Yeah.
And Hosick's not used to that.
Maybe some kind of a little bubble screen or.
3 receivers to the right. Hosick dropping back. He's looking to his right. And he has time, goes over the middle of the field, and it's short. He had a man wide open in the back of the end zone running that back sideline.
He had him. He kind of short hopped him. This is the ball game here, Andrew.
4th and goal. And guess what? A Valparaiso timeout. It looked like they tried to go to Troy Danzy. Listed as a running back, but he ran a really good route there.
Might have been a little wheel route from the back.
But here we go. This is for the Marbles. If Michigan City gets to stop here, they can just go into victory formation and celebrate a win and heading back to Michigan City and being the talk of the town. The Vikings, though, could complete an incredible comeback where it looks like they were down for the count. They've clawed themselves back up, and Kellen Hosick has orchestrated 2 incredible drives. On this final drive, he needs 16 yards to tie this game and possibly give his team the lead, 27-21. And Doug, this is one of those moments where you dig deep, and that's why the conditioning in the summertime pays off.
I think if I'm Michigan City, I'm bringing pressure. Now, I don't know where the pressure is going to come from. They've been getting it on the left side of that Valpo offensive line, but you can't let him sit back there.
This is for the game. Hosick will get the throw towards the end zone, and it's incomplete. Michigan City is going to escape Valparaiso with the victory and go 2-0 in conference play.
Yeah, they brought a little bit of pressure. Hosick ended up on his back, but just a little off the mark with that throw.
I will say this, though. The fact that this was even a game at the end is all credit to Kellen Hosick and his O-line that was able to stop that pressure until the very end. But Kellen Hosick, man, he put on an absolute clinic in the 4th quarter. Unfortunately, his team is going to fall just short on this Friday night in front of a really good crowd. Me and Doug were talking about parking was very limited tonight. But Michigan City, they just put the DAC on notice. They blew up Chesterton last week, and now they're going to get a win on the road in a packed crowd of nothing but green on this side. And this team is the real deal.
Yeah, they're talented, and as we said, between these two teams, I think we have someone that can do some damage here in the 5A level. Unfortunately, they're both in the same sectional. So that's going to be a doozy coming up.
I only cross my fingers and hope that these two teams will get the face-off in a sectional championship game.
Well, but there's 4 teams in the sectional between LaPorte, Chesterton, Valpo, and Michigan City. And again, they're all formidable opponents.
Oh, yes.
I mean, there's no weak sisters there.
But can you imagine if these two teams locked horns again with something on the line instead of just bragging rights like it was tonight?
Well, you have to. On paper, it's going to happen at some point, right?
Exactly.
And you hope, for drama's sake, that it is in the sectional final. But
that is the final kneel, and Michigan City will howl once again on this Friday night. They now go to 3-1 on the season, 2-0 in conference play, and they get their first win against the Valparaiso Vikings in 4 years.
Yeah. And again, 2 very, very equal teams, talent-wise, and it came down to little stuff and executing under pressure when it mattered. And again, we said we called the same maybe half dozen names all night.
Yes.
Fedorchak, Hart, McKinley, Gear even, and Finley. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of playmakers on the field. And, again, as you mentioned, these guys will be playing again at some point.
We will step aside and come back for the Region Sports Network post-game show. We'll talk about tonight's game, give you some scores around the region, and then we'll wrap it up here on this Friday night. Again, the final score, Michigan City 27, Valparaiso 21. This is the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step toward your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright the right way to buy and sell real estate.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
When it comes to your money, you deserve more than just numbers on a page. You deserve someone who sees the full picture. Meet Mark Machnick, one of Northwest Indiana's most trusted accounting professionals. Whether you're running a business, planning for retirement, or just trying to make sense of tax season, Mark Machnick, located in Highland, makes it simple, personal, and believe it or not, painless. Contact Mark and his team today at 219-595-5290. Mark Machnick, CPA.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
We are back for the post-game show. Andrew Mild with Doug Nelson. The final score tonight from Vikings Field, Michigan City 27, Valparaiso 21. Doug, when it really came down to it, you were spot on with your analysis. Came down to who made the less mistakes. Of course, both teams made a lot of mistakes, but by the end of the game, though, those two teams turned into what we thought they were going to be. It turned into a heavyweight bout, but by the end, Michigan City, with those 14 unanswered points, were able to survive and win the game.
Yeah, well, you talked about getting a score and a stop. Remember, you stack good possessions that way, and again, that's any sport. After a big inning in baseball, you want to throw a goose egg up there, and the same way in basketball, and you just stack good things, and momentum builds, and you go from there.
I gotta say though, I was mightily impressed by the quarterback play tonight. Both those guys really turned it around late in the game where the team really needed them. Trin Hart and Kellen Hosek, I mean, come on. Those two guys are going to have themselves a really nice final campaign.
Man, I'll tell you, we're spoiled up here with some good quarterbacks, aren't we?
Yes.
I mean, they're just great play, great decisions. You know, not every ball is going to be on the money, you know what I mean? And Hosek was getting rushed there toward the end, so the balls were kind of off target, but he made great decisions with the ball all night.
We're going to go through some scores around the region tonight, and this scoreboard update is courtesy of your neighborhood Strachan Van Til Food Market. Strachan Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. Maryville blew out Portage 44-23. Number 4 in Drayen beat Munster 21-7. Awfully close game happening in Munster. Crown Point beat LC 42-0. And Chesterton beat LaPorte 34-14. Hobart, a team that is on the prowl, blew out KV 40-7.
I love Hobart.
Hobart, number 2, the Brickies, a team that needed to check out. And, of course, at the end of every Region Sports Network broadcast, you have to hand out some awards. The first one, the most famous one, I would say, is the Crown Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Crown Companies have offices open from 9 to 7 Monday through Friday and Saturdays till 2 o'clock in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. And, Doug, for us, this was a pretty easy choice.
Yeah, again, he's got Division I written all over him and beyond maybe.
Yes.
Right? He's got the frame for beyond. But Zaire McKinney, 6'4", 205 senior, man, what a play. I mean, he was the playmaker out there tonight. There was some playmakers, but he stood out head and shoulders above the rest.
Well, talking about Zaire McKinney, it's time to name the Proud Union Home Play of the Game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395. Go to ironworkers395.com to start your future as a union iron worker. And it was the play that was really the dagger. It was Hart finding McKinney for a 60-yard touchdown to make it a 27-14 game.
Yeah, I made it a 2-possession game, 6:52 in the fourth, and it was just kind of a streak play. And like you said, he kind of stuttered and changed tempo a little bit, and there was not much the Valpo secondary could do about it.
And finally, it's time to name the blue-collar player of the game, presented by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. This had to be Kellen Hosek.
No, I just love to watch him play. I mean,
Yes.
he showed great heart. Again, the ball was a little off target, but he got Valpo back in this ball game. You know, you said the Michigan City was up 2 possessions. He gave Valpo a chance and got Valpo in a position to, have an opportunity to score, and just didn't finish it tonight. But he's a winner, and that's what, Coach Marshall does year in and year out, puts guys in position to be successful, and it's because of your leaders like that.
Well, it looks like Trent Hart is getting the game ball, adapted some of his coaches. He's celebrating after an excellent performance. But for Michigan City, next week, not going to get any easier. They're back at home. They have to take on the number 3 Maryville Pirates.
That's going to be a challenge. Again, at this point of the season, Andrew, we talked about it. It's all about getting ready for the postseason now. I mean, I think we've seen Crown Point is head and shoulders above everybody else in the dueling and shutting everybody out, as well as scoring 40 points a game. So for Michigan City, that's what you got to play for. I think they're primed to make a march down 65. At our level here, 5A level, and that's what they have to be gearing towards.
And for the Vikings, they have to take on the Chesterton Trojans on the road, the Porter County rivalry. But for the Vikings, if they can go out there and they can stop the run game and Hosek can play the game he did here in the fourth quarter, the Vikings should be able to walk away with their second conference win.
Well, I think so, and they have more balance in Chesterton. I mean, Chesterton's got Govia, and he's as good as a running back there is in the dueling. We've seen him, and he plays both sides, and he's a monster back there. But I think Valpo's got more playmakers, and they've got more ability to control the game on both sides of the ball. So, I think if things go as they should, I think Valpo would, get out of there with a win next week.
Doug, any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
Man, it's getting fun.
It is.
You know what I mean? Things are kind of starting to come together. We got the Brickies doing well. We got Andreans priming and getting ready for their 2A run and 5A, and who's gonna slow down Crown Point?
True.
Are they going to get to the semi-state and find a team down there that's going to slow them down a little bit? Because I certainly don't see him be up here challenging them. And, Coach Bazia won't want me to say that, but he's always a Lou Holtz type, I'm sure. Pshaw, we're hanging in there. We're getting better, but he's always been that way. But it's fun. I think we got some teams at different levels that can advance, and it's going to be an interesting winter here.
Well, that is going to do it here on the Region Sports Network. Before we wrap it up, I have to give out some credits, and we'll start off with the management. Chris Ramirez, executive producer, operations manager Rich Castillo, sales manager Heather Ames, coordinating producer Zach Miller, that's Miller with 2 I's, and sports director Mike Dewan. For our cameraman Martin Murillo Jr. upstairs, the coaches Cody French and Valparaiso's Bill Marshall, the athletic directors Ben Bachman, who did an excellent job up here, always great coming, or correction, that's Michigan City. Stacey Adams from Valparaiso, always coming to Valpo. The viewers on Facebook /Region Sports Nation, YouTube /Region Sports, and regionsports.com. For my partner Doug Nelson, I've been Andrew Mild, and this has been the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.